What up, guys? I'm gonna say everybody. They reformatted how everything looks on YouTube for me, so I'm just trying to figure this out. That'll work. All right, give me a moment to get caught up here. Really weird, but we'll make this work. We will make it work. So we'll get started here in about 5 minutes, guys. What up, Joel, Jeff, Thomas, Adam? Welcome to the big show. Yeah, just finishing getting everything all worked up on my end here. Think we're gonna have most buyers come through. The looks like I will have one item, and I'll let you know about that here shortly. So like I said, we'll get started here very shortly. Hope all is well. Almost all set. All right, let me go grab my beer, and then we'll get started. About 30 seconds here. all set. Got my brewskis in hand. Got some new giveaways to work with tonight. Should be some fun in the break room, guys. Ooh. I don't have a Funko. I guess you guys are finding that out right now. No Funkos for the giveaway, but that's okay. We'll have fun with this. All right. Put that on the screen. Alright. Doesn't necessarily mean it'll be the first one that we go with tonight, but it's what we're rolling with. So just a heads up, I did not get orders out from Monday yet. I wanted to be upfront with you guys. I got called to go to Philadelphia earlier than was expected for work this week. So I got back around 7 o'clock tonight. Everything I did everything I could. I will fill the order so they'll go out tomorrow from Monday's break. But I just wanted to give you an update because there's no mail on Monday. Due to the holiday, I do want to try to get everything done tomorrow, though. So I'm going to get up early to work on that for you guys. So just wanted to give you a 411 heads up on all that. I hope everybody's doing well. If you've sent me any emails, I apologize if I haven't responded. Like I said, I was quite literally be a car, but jet setting this week. Let me get some new gloves. All right. Cheers, everybody. Cheers out there. Tonight's brewski. We have a 2X IPA from Southern Tier. All right, so a little 2X love. Good luck to everybody out there. Alright, if you bought 5 or more spots, as always, something is coming your way. Alright, 5 or more spots. Tonight's going to get you a hobby pack of Topps Big League Baseball from 2023. Pack of Score 2025 Football. It's a treat pack. A pack of Donruss. This is 23-24. Chance at a Wemby rookie. This is a Donruss Gravity Basketball pack. How about a little Squishamello love out there for the kiddos? We have some Squishamello packs. This is a treat pack from 2025. And then a Sage Artistry 2025 pack. So as long as you bought 5 or more spots, those cards are automatically going to be coming your way. Give me a second. I want to put something in my haul real quick. Alright. Now, if you bought 10 or more spots, we're going to send you an upgrade. Alright, so 10 or more spots, you're going to get upgraded to a jumbo pack of Chronicles Basketball 2022 Draft Picks collection. One of those 2025 treat packs. How about some Topps Allen Ginter 2021 cards? You got to go with some Squishamello love your way as well. And then some Chronicles 2021 football. So as long as you bought 5 or more spots tonight, as always, something's coming your way. Alright, so cheers again. Hope all is well. Ooh, Steve, that stinks. John, we have all sorts of different breaks going on tonight. So if you look up here in the corner, you'll see the name of the different breaks. This just happens to be the one that I have listed right there. It might not be the one we do first or anything, but that is just a little load of what's going to be going on tonight. Alright, so a whole bunch of breaks coming your way. A lot of fun. We do giveaways the whole evening as well. So if you are new, stay tuned. All right. Having some fun in the break room tonight. Anything new with anybody out there? Having some fun. Let me grab box cutter and then we'll get going. Alright. Let's have some fun tonight. Wishing everybody a little good luck. And if you have questions, if you're new, a lot of people in here have been around for a while. If I don't answer, I'm sure they can provide a great answer for you. Kendall, you do not. Alright, guys. So, we're going to have several breaks throughout the evening. Let me just check on one thing. I got a couple messages, so I just want to make sure you guys are good. Alright, looks it. Edward, alright. Yeah, Packers. And Cook. What up, John? Alright. So, the first break we'll do tonight is actually our single jersey break. It's our single jersey break. So, I'm actually going to put it on the screen, but you're going to wonder, well, what's going on? And, John, if you're watching right now, don't worry. I have you at the Packers. It'll refresh when I do that here in a little bit. But we have some spots we're going to have to work with right there, and we'll check that out. But first, we got to figure out what football jersey we're going to use, and then we'll figure out the spots. For everybody that's in here in the break room for the first time and joining us as a regular, welcome or welcome back. You're going to put in the chat on one line. That's all you have to do in the chat on one line. 2 NFL teams. Any 2 NFL teams, because what you're doing is you're guessing what player is coming out, what team the player that we pull out of the box here for the single jersey will come out of the box we end up using. Alright? So if you're new here, you might not see your name. And we have 2 Rick Johnsons, I'll say it, 2 Rick Johnsons in the break tonight. So I decided to put your like a name in there next to it, just to signify which Rick Johnson we have, so I make sure, more so than anything else, the right person gets the right item. Alright, so I just want to make sure on that. Normally 2 letters goes well, sometimes I have to take it to a third, but when you have matching names, I just like to, signify it that way. Alright, so, we use random.org here. And then I sometimes hit no more guesses. I did a little early on that, so keep your guesses coming. I'm going to show you right now what that looks like from my perspective. So here we are at random.org. That's obviously today's date. Alright, so we have box 1 and box 4 as our options here for this box. It's 1 time 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, box 4, guys. Box 4 is going to be the one we end up using. Alright, so let me grab that. So it's actually going to be this guy, box number 4. Box 1 is coming off. Alright, with all that being said, we now need to figure out the teams that you don't see tied to anybody right there. They were sold. Alright, so it's going to look a little bit like this. So this here, these are the people that bought it. These were the teams that are were available still. So these are going to be randomized. I'm going to take this, put it into random.org, and whatever order they can come out of on the 7th time, that's the team that they will be assigned with. All right, so we'll go in here, list randomizer, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. So Mark and has a 1 on the top and 1 on the bottom. So we copy it like that, and then right here you'll see, paste it. Mark, you're going to have the Cardinals and Ravens. Daniel's going to have the Panthers. Larry's going to have the Texans. Daniel's going to have the Jaguars. Larry's going to have the Chargers. Jake with the Rams. Larry's going to have the Saints. Jake with the Seahawks. Mark with the Bucks. Larry with the Titans. And Mark has the Commanders. All right, those were the spots that have to be filled in. I will refresh this momentarily. So don't worry if you're like, well, what's going on? You'll see. Here, this is the only break we'll be doing like this, by the way, the whole night, if you are wondering. All right, so Mark has the Cardinals, the Ravens, the Bucks, and the Commanders. Daniel, you got the Panthers and the Jaguars, a couple of America's newest teams. I guess the Texans would be the newest. Larry's got those. Larry's got the Texans and the Chargers. And then Jake, you're going to have your Rams. There you go, Jake. Jake's got his Rams and Seahawks. And then Larry, I don't know why I didn't put you down with the... Larry has the Saints and Titans as well. All right. Saints and Titans. All right. Perfect. I'm going to go in and I'm going to hit refresh. And you're going to see what this looks like now in our new lineup. Alright. And if you haven't yet, give me a guess. 2 NFL teams, 1 line for a chance at a box of mystery. Alright, guys. There's a look at that lineup. We have Mark with the Cardinals, David with the Falcons, Mark has the Ravens, Mike has his Buffalo Bills, Daniel with the Panthers, Troy's got the Bears, David's got the Bungles, Mike has the Brownies, Jeff has the Cowboys and Broncos. David with the Lions. John's got the Pack Attack. Larry's got the Texans. Jeff looking to hit big with the Colts. Daniel with the Jags. Kendall with the Chiefs. William's got the Raiders. Larry's got the Chargers. Jake with the Rams. Enoch in the house. Welcome to the big show, Enoch. You've got the Dolphins. Roman's got the Vikes and the Pats. Larry's got the Saints. Jeff has the G-Men. Rick has the Jets. Jeff has the Fly Eagle Fly. David with the Steelers. Rick has the Niners. Jake has the Seahawks. Mark with the Bucks. The Titans going out to Larry, and Mark closing it out on the commode. Alright, guys, no more guesses. Good luck. My daughter makes the good luck charms. We'll start out tonight with Game On. Game On. Alright, this is box 4. It looks like a little piece is coming off right there, but it's sealed up all the way around. Secondary seal right there. Good luck. Remember, if you get a hit or not, you stick around all night. We have, and whether you're in a break spots, have any break spots, whatever, we do giveaways the entire evening. Alright, let's go. Here we are. Our jersey is 24. How about this? Guy recently traded, but it's going to be the team he is on. Former and Super Bowl champion from the Kansas City Chiefs. Sky Moore. Sky's the limits for Mr. Moore now with the 49ers. But we have Sky Moore going out to Kendall. There you go, Kendall. Kendall, first-time breaker, getting on the board. This jersey's coming your way. Congratulations, Kendall. Alright, let me mark that down. Chiefs to Kendall, Sky Moore. Alright, so I'm marking that. Now, if you had a Chiefs guess, you are going to get a chance here at a box of mystery. Alright, Chiefs for the guess. Kendall with the guess. Kendall, I think Kendall's the only correct guess. Am I seeing that correct? Alright, we'll take that off. It was Beckett authenticated. Right there. Alright, Kendall, you are going to get a box of mystery here. Congratulations. I'm going to put that out. I'll put those together. There's going to be 2 hits, 1 whammy for you to pick from here. Again, 2 hits, 1 whammy. Alright. We have silver, gold, and the police. Silver, gold, and police. Kendall, you're going to tell me which one of these boxes you would like me to open up. You are going to get whatever is inside of those boxes. Or that specific box, I should state. There are 2 hits out there and 1 whammy. Police it is. Alright, Kendall. That means you passed up on silver. Inside of silver was the whammy. And inside of that was a beach ball with a lot of glitter. And it's unique because we got this one, and this one's name is Afro Unicorn. Afro Unicorn. Unique. Alright, so you missed out on the whammy. Alright, then you also passed up on the gold. Inside of the golden box was a Leaf Draft 2017 pack with a chance at a Mahomes rookie. Missed out on a chance at a Mahomes rookie out of that. Alright. I think you'll be okay with this one. How about a 1-of-1 proof? Alright, so you're going to get a 1-of-1. This is from the 2023 class. This is from Pro Set, made by Leaf. We'll give it a cut, see who your proof is going to be. It's a 1-of-1 proof. Well, we have pre-production. Who is this? Actually, it doesn't say a name on it. Does anybody know who that quarterback is? It is a pre-production quarterback. Is that Toon? It might be Toon. But right there, pre-production. I don't know why it doesn't have a name. But there we go. That's a nice looking card. The first time we've pulled one without a name on it. Might be Toon. I don't know. I really don't. This is a first. Well, you got a 1-on-1, Kendall. Either way, it's coming your way. If anybody knows who that player is, put it in the chat. Number 15. College jersey. I actually really don't know. Yeah, right? I think there's different plates. That's not a plate, that's a proof. That have, like one would have a name, one wouldn't. That's my assumption with that. But not 100% sure how that works. Alright, guys. Give me a second to go show you guys around. Real quick. Orders, production, products. Thank you, guys. Alright. here we are. We're at dad-breaks.com. Here's our upcoming break schedule. We are breaking live right now, October 10th. Live right now. Link right there. We'll be breaking next Friday as our next break. I do travel back east again for the week. I'll be in Allentown, Lehigh Valley area, and Philadelphia next week. I will be back Friday. So we'll be breaking next Friday. Then the following week, we'll have our normal Tuesday, Friday break schedule for the following week. So that'll be good to be back on schedule. Availability. We have the perfect penmanship. So this is going to be a really sweet autographed rookie or first year card, an autographed jersey, and an autographed photo. So it's a 3-box break. All right, 26 letters, 3-box break. That is still out there. Last I checked, there's about 10 spots in that one. That was the one with the most spots. Then we have our juiced baseball bat break. All right, the juiced break. We have the Orioles, and I know Cal Ripken is one of the bigger names in there. We've got the Red Sox. Look at this right here. Where is it? Ted Williams, Red Sox right there. We have the Royals, the Angels. Michael Trout is on here, right there, Mike Trout. And then the Mariners are loaded with a bunch of big name hits, obviously. Alright, so a lot of good stuff, and then all those names are still going to be eligible. So if we pulled a Peyton Manning, a Tom Brady, a Burt Reynolds, a Muhammad Ali, the Pirates team would go to the Pirates, but the 500 or the 300 win club, those would all be razzed off. The 500 home run club, all be razzed off. All 30 teams would have equal chance. So pretty good spots still remain in that one. If you like basketball, we have a divisional break. At this point, we just have the Southeast available in that one. Mini helmets. 1 mini helmet, 2 jersey break. At this point, we have the Cowboys and the Dolphins. The Cowboys and Dolphins. Obviously, Marino headlining Dolphins. And you got Emmett and Troy with the Cowboys. Full-size helmet. Full-size autographed batting helmet and jersey. We have the White Sox, the Brewers, and the Nationals. White Sox, Brewers, and Nationals. And then we have in the authentic full-size helmet, we have the Bears and the Cowboys again. Bears and Cowboys and Seahawks. Bears, Cowboys, Seahawks. That is a look at what remains. Everything else tonight sold out. Alright, so if you're interested in getting a spot to get to those numbers or anything, that is where you guys can be looking. Alright. Well, I think it's time we should do a little bit of baseball. How about a bat break? It'll be 1 autographed baseball bat paired up with not 1 but 2 autographed baseballs. I'm going to have everybody in the chat. You're going to put on one line 5 Major League Baseball players. 5 players on one line. If the player you give me comes from either baseball or the bat, you will get a box of mystery, and there will be no whammies. Alright, we have boxes 2 and 3 out there as our place order for the baseball. We also have numbers 5, 8, 9, and 10 as possibilities as well. Alright, this is for the baseball. 2, 3, 5, 8, 9, and 10. 2 baseballs here. 2 and 3 were the placeholders. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. 5 and 3. So 5 is going to stay out, or 3 is going to stay out there, but 5 is going to replace box 2. Alright, so box 5 replacing box 2. Alright, so 5 we'll put back here, 3 we'll put back here. Alright, we have 3 on the table and 5 in the corner of the den. Last 2 bats from the case. 3 and 5. Alright, so 7 times. There's 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, bat 5. Let's swap bats. Give me a second to grab that other one. Alright, so coming on bat number 5. Alright. That one's off. And that was bat 3. Alright, so bat 3 will be in next Friday's break. Alright, guys. last call on those guesses. We've got Jake with the Diamondbacks, Mark has the Braves. We have Daniel with the O's. Welcome to the big show, Daniel. Thomas in the house as well, first time breaker, with the Red Sox. David's got the Cubs and Chi Sox. George with the Reds. Thomas with the Guardians of the Galaxy. Juan's got the Rocks. David's got the Tigers. Steve's got the Astros. George with the Royals. Richard in the house with the Angels in the outfield. Case has the Dodgers and the Marlins. Steve has the Brew Crew. Case with the Twins. Mark has the Mets and Yanks. Case with the A's. Daniel with the Phillies. Shaggy getting it down with the Buccos. Case with the Friars. Zachary's got his G-Men. Richard's got the M's. Jake with the Cards. Adam's got the Rays. David with the Rangers. George has the Jays. And Jones in for a hit with the Nationals. Alright, guys. Good luck to everybody out there. Let's bring out a baseball legend. First things first, put our little note out there. It's all stuff that was in the listing, but I always like to reference it if need be. Alright, Doug Harvey out there. This is box 3. We'll start with that one. I'll take the note off in a second to give us a little more room. But Doug Harvey's giving us a little good luck. Alright, take that note off. Alright. Secondary seal right there. You can see that shiny goodness. We're going to cut into that. Maybe. Ooh. Gold Glove Baseball. Pulled one of these the other day. Oh. Is it a Gold Glove? Yep, it sure is. Hall of Famer, too. Just made it. Just made it into the Hall of Fame. Rawlings, TriStar authenticated. Gold Glove. The late Hall of Famer, Dave Parker. Dave Parker for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Shaggy. There you go. Very nice hit, Shaggy. Dave Parker. One of the greatest throws you'll ever see, especially in an All-Star game, came from Parker. I think it was 71's game. 74 maybe, something like that. Threw from right field to home. Insane throw. Alright, Shaggy. Alright, let me mark that down. Yeah, I like those a lot. Alright, here we go. Box 5. Box 5 sealed up. Parker getting gold on Parker is pretty nice too, considering a Pirate. Alright. Alright, well here we go. A very recent draft pick. Alright. Rawlings. Major League Baseball. TriStar authenticated from the 2024 Major League Baseball draft. 7th overall pick. J.J. Weatherholt. J.J. Weatherholt for the Cardinals, I should say. J.J. Weatherholt, St. Louis Cardinals. 7th overall pick in 2024. Jake. How about that? Little J.J. Weatherholt. 7th overall pick just last year. Alright. For those wondering, here's a write-up, top prospect in the Cardinal organization. Jake, if you're interested, you can feel free to pause this later and read up on Mr. Weatherholt. Anybody else who wants to read up some of his stats from last year, but there we go. All right, last one. Hey, you're always welcome. You're at 3. Let's go. Hey, what's the score of the baseball game? Is it still 2-1? All right, this is the barrel down here, so let me show you that. Barrel's down there. This is the knob. All right, this is bat 5. Bat 5. Let's go. Good luck, everybody. Let's see if we can get a Hall of Famer out of this one. All right, we have Rawlings. Oh, he's well on his way to being, if he can just stay healthy, a Hall of Famer. From the Atlanta Braves, Ronald Acuna Jr. Nice hit, Mark. Ronald Acuna Jr. coming out of that. Great hit right there. All right, Ronald Acuna Jr. That is JSA. I'm not sure. Yep, JSA and Acuna has authentication right there as well. But there we go. Ronald Acuna Jr. Great pull. Like I said, if he can just stay healthy, he's well on his way to being a Hall of Famer. Alright. Did we have any correct guesses? Alright, so I see Kyle with the correct guess. Who else? Adam. Charlene. Shauna, alright. Is that actually Shauna and Jake in here? Or is that just Jake as Shauna and Jake? Alright, so... then we've got Thomas. Duran. Alright, so I think that's it. I think there's 5 people. Kyle, Adam, Charlene, Jake, and Thomas. Alright, let me get this. There will not be boxes of mystery. I'll put 5 things out there. And put some hobby stuff out there, though. Each you're going to get something. There's no whammy here. Alright. We have, someone's going to get a 1-of-1 plate. Alright, so someone's going to get a 1-of-1 plate. We have a hobby pack with a guaranteed auto. We will do... let's see. A Mega Box exclusive Chrome pack. And then we'll do a couple Heritage packs. We'll put an Otani one out there and a Harper one out there. Alright, so I'm going to put those 5 names. Each of you are going to go in, and that'll be the pack that you're going to randomly be assigned. Alright, so we got some good stuff out there for you guys. Alright, so I'm just putting in Thomas, Erlene, Jake, Kyle, and Adam. I don't know if there's more than one Adam, but those are the names that are in there. The first name will get that pack with the guaranteed plate. The second name will get the pack with the guaranteed auto. Third one will get the Chrome pack. Fourth one will get the first of the 2 Heritage. And the last name will get the last Heritage. 7th time. So here we go. This is the order right here. Kyle's getting the Chrome, the 1-of-1 printing plate. Thomas, you're going to get the guaranteed auto. Jake, you're going to get the Bowman Chrome pack. Adam, you're going to get pack 1 of the Heritage. And Charlene, you'll get pack 2 of the Heritage packs. Alright. Kyle. Well, Kyle gets the plate. Then Thomas Duran gets the Hobby Hook Guaranteed Auto. Jake gets the Chrome Pack. Let's see. Adam's going to get this one. Charlene, we're going to start with you. We're going to work our way this way. See what you're going to get. Alright, Charlene, this is a Heritage little hang down retail pack. Alright. Carlos Rodon. Michael Taylor, just retired. Adolis Garcia. Alberto Mondesi. Patrick Wisdom. Gavin Deluxe. Look at that. World Trade Center. Flashback 1993. World Trade Center dedicated in 1973. It's a neat card. There's the Big Dumper rookie. There you go. Big Dumper rookie. And Framel Reyes. I know I asked about that score in that baseball game. You guys probably already put it and I missed it. If someone has at least an updated score right now, put it in there. But nice Big Dumper rookie there for Charlene. Alright, this pack here, this one is going out to Adam. Adam, you're going to get an Anthony Alford, Colton Wong, Zach McKinstry, he's playing right now. We have a Rich Hill, Austin Slater, Luis Severino. There is a Then and Now, Willie Stargell and Adam Duvall. That's a unique combo. Seth Brown and Jose Abreu. Alright. Then Jake, Mega Chrome Pack. Alright, Jake. This is a Mega, all Chrome cards coming out of here for you. Alright, how about a Blaze Jordan? Blaze Jordan. Francisco Alvarez. That's a nice pull. How about a Christian Javier? Nice, really nice pitcher. Jared Kelly and Eddie Diaz. But these are nice pulls. Alvarez and Christian Javier. Blaze Jordan's not too bad either. Alright. 2-2. Alright, thank you. Thomas. This is yours. Guaranteed to have an auto in here. Alright, Thomas. Let's see what you got. How about a little Clark Schmidt? There you go. Clark Schmidt rookie. There's an Alex Abbott. Brody Leftridge. Jake Latz. Jordan Pierce. Jake Farr. There's a John Thompson Molden. Here's your auto, I think. Yes, it is. Your auto is Sean Collins. Sean Collins is your auto. Sixto Torres. Maike Perez and Oster Priola. But there's your auto. Sean Collins. Alright. Got a Clark Schmidt rookie out of that. That's not shabby. Alright, here's your 1-of-1 time, Kyle. Kyle, let's give this a cut. 1-of-1 printing proof, I believe. Printing plate. Well, it says... Oh, look, I misread it. It says, look for rare 1-of-1 printing plates. I thought it said includes one, so that's my bad, Kyle. Sorry for the false hopes, but you still got 2 really rare cards. There is, let's see who we got. Chase Villot right there. And then you have a short print out of 10, John Little. The pitcher, John Little. He's with the Reds. That is out of 10, a perfect game. Nice pitcher right there for the Reds, for Murray. Alright, and that's number 7 of 10. So very nice short print right there. Alright guys, we'll have to look at some of the giveaways. You guys are welcome. Okay, nice hits going out to Mark, Shaggy, and Jake on that break. Mark, Shaggy, and Jake. What does that mean? Alright. Let's see. What spot's still out there? Basketball sold. Sweet. Alright. That. Still some good spots remain. Let's go do... Hey, why not? Why not? Let's do the figurine break. Alright, let's do the figurine break. Alright, so it's going to be one autograph figurine, one autograph photo, and one autograph jersey from a brand new case and brand new series. Alright, for this, guys, you just have to give me one letter from the alphabet. That's all you have to do. One letter from the alphabet. I'm going to go in and I'm going to see what we got going on here. Cut there and here. And I cross that way. And then for this, we will look at it this way. This is going to be box 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 at the top, 6 on the bottom. Use random.org to figure out which box we're going to use. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 7 times. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Second box for the jersey. Alright, so second box down to the one we use for our jersey. This guy. So they're all Hall of Famers for this series. Just move that out of the way. Now for our photo. Let's go in. Figure that out. We have numbers 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 9 based off the cheat sheet. So 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 9. One time, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, box 3. Box 3 here, guys. Cross out box 3 on the cheat sheet. Alright, there's box 3. We'll put this back there because we do have to use it again later. Now for our figurine, we have box 1 on the table. We also have 4, 5, 7, and 8 as possibilities. 1, 4, 5, 7, and 8. One time, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, box 5 for our figurine. Alright, box number 5. Alright, so 5 coming on. 1's coming off. Guys, all you have to do is give me one letter from the alphabet. I'm going to call last call on those guesses, and now we're going to figure out what letters everybody's going to get in this break. Alright, so we head on over to random.org. 7 times. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this one is the 7th time. Jake is going to have the letter A, and Mark is going to have the letter Z. Zendaya is a possibility in this one, I like to point out. Alright, I am going to paste those. We will see a refresh. Alright guys, Jake has the letter A, Mark the letter B, George the letter C, Jake has D, George going strong with E, F, G, H, Roman's got I and J, Daniel's got K, Thomas has L, George has M and N, June has O, George has P, Jake has Q, Thomas has R, George has S and T, Mark has U, George has V, W, X, and Y, and then Mark's not sleeping on the Z's. Roman, hope work's going well for you. What up, guys? All right, let's use our Whopper. All right, our delicious goodness of Whopper love right here for this. This is box 3 for the photo. Give it a rip. See, well, maybe it'll work on this end. There we go. Photo 3. This is going to be the letter C. The letter C. Former American League Rookie of the Year, Marty Cordova. Marty Cordova. That's in his Cleveland Indians / Guardians uni right there, but former Twins Rookie of the Year. Beckett authentication from the Cooperstown collection. Letter C, Marty Cordova. That is George. George is on the board with that one. Congrats, George. Marty Cordova. Alright, here we go. This was box 2. Box 2. Give that a tap. Here's our seal. It's wrapped around. Backside. Let's see if we can get you a legend or 3. Alright. Secondary seal right there. How about this? San Jose Shark. I've never seen a Jeremy Roenick Sharks jersey before. This is a first. Absolutely a first. San Jose Shark, Jeremy Roenick. Jeremy Roenick. That is going out to Thomas. Thomas D. Congratulations, Thomas. How about a little San Jose Shark, Jeremy Roenick going out to Thomas D. That's pretty cool. Pulled Roenick's before, but never, ever on a Sharks unit. Jeremy Roenick. Alright. Congrats, Thomas. Yeah, the teal is awesome. Alright. Box 5. Let's get that Whopper out there. Sealed up. This is time. Figurine time. Most of the time we get a Funko, but it's not always a Funko. Let's see. Let's see. Best way to get into it. Alright, this is upside down. Okay, where I had it upside down maybe? No, it was upside down. Alright, it does look like we have a Funko here. Alright, does look like a Funko is in there. Let's find out who we got. I think it's a female. Alright, it is. You guys are going to have to help me with this. We've never pulled this one before. Alright. From Netflix's Rebel Moon, we have Cora. We have Cora from Rebel Moon. Alright, that is JSA on the authentication. I am going to need more information about who this is. Alright, JSA. We have A, B, 12986. This is signed by Sophia Botella. Sophia Botella. All right, so the letter B. The letter B. And that is Mark. Mark, congratulations, Sophia Botella. All right, Mark, you're going to get this. It's Cora from Netflix's Rebel Moon. And that is Sophia Botella. Alright, let me mark that down for Mark. Right. Butella to Mark. George getting the Marty Cordova, and Thomas with the JR. I have not seen the show. I can't even act like I have. Alright. Let's see who has hits here with the guesses. Alright, so we have BCR. Not VCR, but BCR. Alright, so BCR. Alright, Jose. What up, Jose? Got Jose with B. Thomas S. Gotta specify which Thomas. Thomas S with the letter B. Alyssa. What up, Alyssa? Alyssa has R. Jake has B. We've got Roman with the letter B. And I think that's everybody. Oh, no. George and Jeff have C's. I didn't make it up that far. Sorry. Jeff and George have the letter C. And Jeff S has the letter R. So we've got a few names. Jose, Thomas, Alyssa, Jake, Roman, Jeff, George, and Jeff. Alright. I am going to put together the boxes of mystery. Boxes of mystery. There'll be 3 hits. 2 hits, 1 whammy. 2 hits and 1 whammy. Alright, so with that said, 2 hits, 1 whammy. Alright, we have silver, gold, and flowers. Silver, gold, and flowers. Alright, here we go. 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alyssa, you get to pick the box of mystery. Alright, Alyssa. Let's see, which break did we just do? We did that one. Alright, Alyssa. Would you like silver, gold, or flowers? Going to flowers. Alright, I think that's a good choice. Alright, Alyssa. Passed up on gold. Gold. This was a stinker. Was a whoopee cushion. Alright, missed out on the whoopee cushion. Alright, no box of mystery whoopee cushion for you. Silver. This was a good one. This was a jumbo pack of Contenders Football 2021. Alright, so we missed out on a jumbo Contenders Football pack. And now, Alyssa, you're going to get 2 for the price of 1. How about a pack of Absolute Football 2021 and Monopoly Prism basketball cards? Alright, so pretty nice stuff right there. Alright, we'll start out with your Absolute pack. 2021. Alright. There's a Miles Sanders. Looking good for the Steelers so far this year. Calvin Ridley. There's a Debo on a parallel. Couple rookies coming up. This is a Greg Newsome. And Christian Barmore. Alright, and then a little kid reporter. Newsome, no longer a Cleve Brownie now. Alright. Here we go. Let's see if we can pull you a nice card or three from the Monopoly Prism Pack. Alright, here we go. There's a nice prism in there. How about a Nikola Jokic? That's not bad, Nikola Jokic. Jason Tatum. Two studs, two of the best players in the NBA right there. How about a Dwayne Wade Prism? Dwayne Wade Prism. A nice color match on that. Dwayne Wade. And then Cade Cunningham. That's a great pack. Three great players. All projected, to continue. Cunningham's still got a long way to go. Hall of Famer. Shoo-in Hall of Famer. Likely Hall of Famer. And if he can stay healthy and play like he has, he's a Hall of Famer. So a great pack. Oh, Steve, that's a tough one. On the surface, I'm going to say nay, but on the surface, I'd have to think about that. I would say nay on the surface, but all-time great for sure. I'd have to put a lot more thought into having him there. Where's your boy Allen Iverson? It's a tough one. It's a tough one. I mean, he's an all-time great for sure, though. Whether he's top 5, he's top 10. Okay, hey, that's fair. That is absolutely fair. Birds of Ford. Yeah, I was just going to say Birds of Ford. Alright. Let me get caught up here on the spots that have come in since we started the break. Just so I have everything organized on my side. Alright, so what up, Jake? Jake and Alyssa in there. Alright, Jake, you've got the Marlins. Got a spot in the Perfect Pen Club. Grabbing a Blitz break. The Pirates. And the Saints. And then we've got Charlene grabbing a couple on the Blitz as well. The last two, actually. Steve's going with the Seahawks. Kind of rolls off the tongue. Jake has the Angels in the outfield. The Southeast. The Nationals. And then Kendall getting another spot here. Kendall with the Cowboys. Alright. Let's go do a full-size helmet break. Alright, full-size helmet. Alright, let's go with this one. Originally I was going to do a different order, but let's go with that one. So one full-size Gold Rush helmet paired up with one Gold Rush jersey. Alright. For this, I'm going to have everybody just give me one NFL team. That's all I have to do. Put in the chat one NFL team that comes out of the jersey or the helmet. You don't get a chance of mystery. Alright. Brand new case for the jerseys. Brand new case. So we got that out there. Give it a cut. Alright, there are 10 boxes in here, 10 black bags in there. 1 on the top, 10 on the bottom. Every number in between will be what we work with. All right, 1 at the top, 10 at the bottom. This is to figure out our jersey. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. All right, the fifth jersey, that's the one we're going to use. All right, so the way this will work, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the fifth jersey, so it'll be this one. I'm going to take these off. Right. Now we got to figure out the helmet. Box 1 is on the table. We also have boxes 3 and 4 as possibilities. So 1, 3, and 4 remain from the case. 1 time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 1, the one that's out there. Let's rock and roll. All right, last call on those guesses there, friends. We are looking at Trace with the Cardinals. Shaggy's getting jiggy with it with the Falcons. I don't know why I even said that. But David's got the Ravens. Mike's got his Bills. Rick's got the Panthers. Case in the house with the Bears. Jake has the Bungles. Thomas with the Brownies. Rick's got the Cowboys. Here comes Jeff with the Broncos. William's got the Lions. Dave has the Pack Attack. Justin with the Texans. George has the Colts. Jesse with the Jags and the Chiefs. George with the Raiders. Jesse has the Chargers. David's got the Rams. Jeff has the Dolphins. Stacy's got the Vikes. Jake has the Pats. John's got the Saints and the Giants. Welcome to the big show, John. We've got Edward in the house with the J-U. Oh, Juts. I mean, that's kind of how they're playing. We've got Daniel with his Fly Eagle Fly. Deandra with the Steelers. Welcome to the show, Deandra. All right. And then we have Thomas with the Niners. Big action for Thomas. Welcome to the show. Trace in the house with the Seahawks. George has the Bucks. Chris with the Titans. And Jeff taking his time to sit on the commode. All right. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. I mean, if you want to... Let's go. Let's go. Sealed up all the way across at the top. Let's go. Nope. Didn't want to go. I didn't want to go yet. There we go. Seen some browns. Some Cleveland Browns. Yep. How about this? How about a little Greg Pruitt? Greg Pruitt. He knew it. And it's Mr. Pruitt. All right. Cleve Brownies on the board tonight. I'm going to sneeze. Thomas! Look at you! Look at you, Thomas! Thomas, there we go. Thomas D. With a Greg Pruitt. I guess I never said that, so no more guesses. Alright, Thomas. Alright, that Whopper's bringing the heat for Thomas. Let's go. Box 1, sealed up all the way around. There's the front. You know what? A lot of new people in the break. Let's get some beer juice in there for them. Oh yeah. Alright guys, good luck. Sealed up, box 1. Keep it backwards to keep the suspense going. Ooh. There is massive potential with this. Alright. Let's go. Alright, it's not who I thought it might be, but we still have a Hall of Famer. Hall of Famer. From the Kansas City Chiefs, we have quarterback Warren Moon. Warren Moon on the hit right there. Look at that. Hall of Fame quarterback Warren Moon on a lunar eclipse helmet. Very cool looking helmet. Beckett authenticated. Beckett cert. I like to put it on this side so you can get a better look at the helmet. There we go. Warren Moon. Jesse. Nice hit, Jesse. Yeah, you don't see him on a lot of Chiefs stuff. Warren Moon. Alright, so we have Chiefs and Brownies. Well, let's see. Oilers? Are you talking Washington or are you talking CFL? Because I think you only played with 4 NFL teams, right? You played with the Oilers, the Seahawks, the Vikings, and the Chiefs, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe there's one more in there. Well, he wore number 1, and he was unique. All right, Greg Pruitt and Warren Moon on the hits. Thomas and Jesse. All right, see if we got some Chiefs or Bears guesses. Chiefs or Bears? I said Bears. Chiefs or Browns? I'm looking at Thomas's guess of Bears as I'm wanting to say Browns. Chiefs and Browns for the guess. All right, I could be wrong, but I don't see anybody with the correct guess. Somebody else confirm. I'm not seeing anybody with the correct guess. Alright. 50-50 chance of a hit or a whammy here. 50-50 chance at a hit or a whammy. Everybody that put a guess is going to have a chance here. Alright. As long as you put a guess in, you'll have a chance. Top name 7 time. 50-50 chance at a hit or a whammy. Very nice hit. Very much a whammy. Has to be a name. Like this would count, but Vikings wouldn't. And if you're wondering, that happens because of the setup with it, with the fun stuff they got going on. But alright, here we go. 7 times. Vikings, so that didn't count. So we're going with John G. Jingleheimer Schmidt. All right, John, you are going to get the pick here. Gold or silver, John. It could be a big hit, John, or it could be a whammy. All right, John. Do we still have John G in there? I don't even know who John G is, I don't think. Maybe he's new. It says J Fix It. I'll give John G 10 seconds. If I don't hear from John G, I'll move to the next person that was on that list. How about that? I don't remember who it was. I'm not even going to pull it open. John's got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. John G. Not seeing John G. Alright, so next name was Shauna. Alright, Shauna. Jake, get Shauna out there because Shauna gonna get the pick here. I don't know who John G was. Otherwise, I'd save it and send it to him, but I'm not sure I even know who that is. Someone maybe passing through? Maybe a new buyer? I just don't have it. Alright. I put it as Jake, I think, but going with silver. You got it. Alright, passed up on gold. Oh. Well, you missed out on the whammy. Because this sushi, yes, this is a sushi tuner fast foodie vehicle from Hot Wheels. Alright, so you missed out on that bad boy. My daughter thought that one was hilarious. Alright, Shauna, you picked a nice one, because look at this. There's a chance for some big hits. This is a Jumbo 2015 Prism Draft Picks pack. Alright, 2015. Let's go. It's funny, my daughter likes sushi. I never had it like growing up. I never, like, I'd heard of it, but I never had it. We didn't have a ton of money, so like we didn't eat at places that ever had sushi. So like I'm like eating it and kind of liking it a lot more than I ever thought I would. But she's the one that got us. She's like, oh yeah, you'll love it. I'm like, how do you know? All right, Paul Poslovsny, Alex Smith, Cody Pruitt, and Kenny Bell. All right, pack 1. All right, pack 2. There's 4 packs in here. Let's see if we can get an auto. How about a little Matthew Stafford? Ooh, look at that Matt Forte. That is a sick looking card right there of Matt Forte. I don't know if that's like a really rare card, but great looking Matt Forte rookie. Cedric Ogbuie and Nick O'Leary. A nice looking Matt Forte. Alright, here we go. There's another Paul Poslovsny. Calvin Megatron right there. Todd Gurley rookie. There you go. It's a Gurley man. That's a good pull. Wow, was he one of the greats whenever he was first in the league, and then he just fell off by like age 28. But man, was he good before his injuries. And then Levi Norwood, but a great Todd Gurley. For a Rams fan, that's great. Alright, here are your Prisms. Prism bonus pack right here. Look at that. Josh Gordon. This guy could have been an unbelievable player in modern day football without the drug testing. Justin Forsett, rookie. And Dramarius Smith. Dramarius Smith. But hey, your Todd Gurley's are a nice pull of the picks right there. Alright, where's your Gurley man at? There you go. Todd Gurley, rookie. Hey, you had a... I feel like you did pretty good the other day, Dave. Shaggy. Shaggy. Oh. I love fish. So maybe that's why I like don't mind sushi. I haven't been eccentric with my sushi, but I love fish. That's what she said. Alright, guys. Let's get a catch up on some stuff real quick. Hope everybody's having a great start to the weekend. Alright. Here we are. Upcoming break schedule as promised earlier. Next Friday. Alright, perfect penmanship. There's about 10 spots remaining in that one. You want $18. There are 3 items, only 26 letters. Alright, and it's one autographed rookie / first year card. Some huge potential picks right there. I think this would be. Oh, they're just so good. Barry Sanders, though, like Emmitt Smith, Dan Marino, Johnny Elway, Rice. You got all these huge names. Then you got the autographed jersey and then autographed photo. Alright, so that's all coming from this perfect penmanship. Then we have the juice break. Alright, juice break. And at this point we have the Red Sox. Again, big hit. Ted Williams right there. We have the Royals and the Mariners. Alright, so some big hits remaining with that. Griffey, obviously, and Ichiro. And then I think A-Rod. I don't know, A-Rod might be a different Yankee. Then we have the batting helmet. All right, one full-size batting helmet and jersey. And at this point, we just look like we have the Brewers. All right, America's team. Okay, they're not, maybe not America's team, but National League's team. If you're not a Dodger fan, that's for sure. All right, and then the last one, we just have the Bears spot. I think that's the last one remaining. Yep, the Bears. Last one remaining in the full-size. And they do have Caleb Williams as one of the headliners in this break. Alright, so. That's a look. Who's that? Lawrence Taylor. Alright, so. Here's a look at some of those spots that remain if you're interested in grabbing a spot. That said, I think it's time we do some divisional love. Alright. Refresh this so I can have that basketball spot showing. Alright, for this, you guys are going to give me in the chat one NFL division. One NFL division. It's for the mini helmet. And let's see, I think I have 2 boxes here. 3 and 5. 3 and 5 are the possibilities here for the mini helmet. This is 3. This is 5. 5 is on the left. 3 is on the right. Alright, so go ahead, give me the guess of what division. We'll take at the end 3 names for a box of mystery. There'll be 4 boxes out there. There'll be 1 whammy, 3 hits. Alright, so 3 and 5 of the possibilities here for our mini. There's 2 times 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box number 3. That's what it'll be. Alright, we need to grab box 3. Alright, so 5 is coming out. Not today. Box 3 is the one it'll be. Alright, box 3. Can you see that? Yeah, there we go. Alright, it's a rip it and ship it kind of deal. Last call on those guesses. We got Mark with the AFC East, Thomas the AFC North, Jeff the AFC South, Thomas the AFC West, Daniel the NFC East, David's got the NFC North and the NFC South, and Jake has the NFC West. Alright guys, no more guesses. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Alright, let's get our championship ring out there. Box 3, box 3. Sealed up. You know what? For this whole series of breaks, let's get Mrs. Spinney. Here we go. Let's go. Big hit. Oh yeah. Hall of Famer. Quarterback. And box 3. Rip it and ship it time. We have a Buffalo Bill I guess this is Terrell Bernard Bills Rave. I've never seen it put like there. Terrell Bernard Buffalo Bills Rave helmet right there. All right, Buffalo Bills Terrell Bernard Buffalo Bills mini helmet. That's an AFC East. That is going out to Mark. All right, Beckett authenticated. All right. Bernard mini helmet for the Buffalo Bills. That's going out to Mark H. Mark, welcome, good luck, and congrats. Alright, so the Rave helmet, Beckett authenticated. And those are cool. Those are cool. This is a first for RSA with me having the name on the helmet anywhere, actually. Alright, you guys are putting your guesses again. This will be for the football. The football is actually straight ahead, right, almost right dead smack in the middle there. Slightly to the left of the city of Pittsburgh in the photo. Let me see who guessed correctly, though, on the AFC East guesses. Adam, what up, Mr. Mort? One of my bosses is his name, Mr. Mort. That's kind of funny. AFC East. Jones. Alright, I think I only have two people, Jones and Adam. Did I miss anybody from that first break? If I missed somebody, be like, yo, Dave, what up, man? Alright, we're breaking with this box. This is box 8 right there. Box 8 is this guy. The way over taped box of mystery, as I like to say it. Alright, last call and guesses here. Daniel's got the AFC East. Jones in for a hit with the AFC North. John S. What up, John? You've got the AFC South. Jeff has the AFC West. Steve, the NFC East. Chad's got the NFC North. Jose's got the NFC South. And Dave's got the NFC West. Alright, guys. I'm going to call it no more guesses here. Let's get into this, see what we got. Hall of Fame quarterback. Hall of Fame quarterback. Let's go. Woo! Alright, box of mystery love. Sealed up like way too much. I like to rip and chip it collection more. Alright, I see a Chargers logo, guys. This is AFC West. This is a double auto. This is Charlie Joyner and Kellen Winslow, a couple Hall of Famers from the Chargers. Alright, AFC West. Jeff, double hit for you, Jeff. Congratulations. It's a great way to get on the board. Charlie Joyner, Hall of Famer, and Kellen Winslow on a double autograph football. Beckett on the authentication. That's an awesome hit. Alright. Couple Hall of Famers on one ball. Two guys on one ball is better than one ball on two guys. That's what I like to say. It's after 11 o'clock, I can say. Alright, so Jeff with the hit. AFC West guesses. AFC West. Kendall. Okay, I think Kendall's the only correct guess on this. Congrats, Kendall, on guess. I think Kendall, that's the only AFC West guess I see. Alright, guys. Time to guess the basketball. And I think I only have one of those up here as well. So, yes, I do. Box 5 on that one. This guy right here, box 5. Alright, so I don't know why I had the number there, but it's there. Box 5 on this one. Give me an NBA division. Alright, guys. I'm already going to say last call on those guesses. Your options are Atlantic, Central, Southeast, Northwest, Pacific, and Southwest. Daniel's got the Atlantic. Brandon in the house with the Central. Here comes Jake with the Southeast. Jeff looking to go back-to-back with the Southwest. Charlene all the way out west in the Pacific. And John's got the Southwest. Alright, guys. No more guesses. No more guesses. Let's rock and roll. We're looking for something big. Something big. Alright, guys. No more guesses. Alright, so rip it and ship it. Again, box 5. I must have... I don't know. It's a rip and ship it, though. Hall of Famer! Point guard! Alright, there's the ball. The Wilson auto. Alright. I think this is Muggsy Bogues, but I'll double check. I feel like that might be Muggsy Bogues. But this is Beckett on our authentication. Let's go find out. Give me a second here. Alright, so this is Beckett. And I know some people are already saying in the chat that they know who this is. Alright, Muggsy Bogues is my guess. Alright, so we have 1, W6. Oh man, that's hard to read. Why do they have to make these so hard? 6, 8, 9. 3, 6, 2. Well, we had a number pretty close to that previously, so my guess is it is going to be Muggsy. It sure is. Muggsy Bogues. Alright. So, that'll be an Charlotte Hornet hit. And that'll be a Southeast hit. That's going out to Jake. Jake, congratulations. Muggsy Bogues. Alright, Muggsy's coming your way, Jake. Congratulations. Let's look at the auto, the ball. Beckett on your authentication. Alright, Jake, and that is Jake R, not JT. Oh, that's throwing me for a loop. Jake saying congratulations, Jake. Hey, Muggsy. Alright, if you had the Southeast, go ahead and your name will get added. Southeast. Adam, your name will get added. Again, Adam's looking strong for the giveaway. Southeast. And Adam's the only correct guess on that. Alright. Adam. Angela asked, Winslow Jr. still in jail? I think he is. Poor Jakes, man. Alright, guys. This is also a new case. This is a monster of a heavy case, so bear with me. debated waiting a little bit on this one, but why not? Alright. Get this big boy. You guys are going to tell me active baseball, retired baseball, active basketball, retired basketball, active football, retired football, hockey, or other. Good. I was like, did I open on the wrong side? Alright. I think I need to tilt it this way. Alright, we're going to number them for you on camera because I'll have to do it anyway. Alright, so this will be 1, 2, 3. Oh, this can be hard. On an angle like that. 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, snowman, I don't know if you can even see 9 and 10 on the camera. No, you can't. Alright. Just that box takes up so much room, I wasn't sure how much I was off. Alright, this is for our 16 by 20. Brand new case. Alright, 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Photo number 8. Photo number 8. Alright. So, that is this guy. Right here. I'm just going to set it to the side. Put this off of the screen. Alright, now it's time for the 8 by 10. Alright, so we have 1, 4, 5, 7, and 9 here. 1, 4, 5, 7, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box number 4 for our photo. Alright, box 4. Cross that off the cheat sheet. There we are, box 4. So we have 4 and 8. Alright, 4 and 8. Alright guys, last call on those guesses. Zachary's got active and retired baseball. George is active and retired football. Jake's got active basketball. Jeff has retired basketball. Rick has hockey, and Thomas D with the other. Alright guys, no more guesses here. Here we go! Hall of Famer, let's go! Woo! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! It's sealed up this way. Alright, here we go. How about Carrie Strug? Carrie Strug. That'll be other. That's Thomas D. That hat trick. All right, Thomas. Congratulations. Carrie Strug's coming your way. Oh, yeah. I'm going to Thomas. Hello. Hi. Hi, Thomas. Whoa. Oh, my knee. Oh, my ankle. All right, Thomas. Congrats. It is time. This is box number 8. This is sealed up all the way around. Doing our thing. Let's go, let's go, let's go! 1 cut. There's 2. There's 3. Alright. Huh? Ooh! We have a football hit right here. Look at that. How about Fred Warner? Fred Warner. All right. Nice hit for you there, George. Fred Warner's coming your way. That is Beckett on the authentication. Fred Warner. Ooh, that's a nice looking hit. Alright, so active football for George. It more so matters for the guest than it does for George. George had active football and retired football. Alright, nice hit, George. That helped make up for earlier in the break. Alright, Fred Warner to George. So we get active football and other. I like how the logo is like almost looks like they added it, but it's part of the background of the tunnel. Alright, so active football and other. Thomas Sweeney. Squatch Tactic. Alyssa. Alyssa's got her guessing game on. Thomas D's got the game. He's got it all going on tonight. Thomas D got the other. Adam is on fire with the guesses. 3 correct out of 4 breaks there with the correct guesses. Congrats, Adam. Active football. Any other active football? Alright, I think that's everybody. So I think I'm adding Thomas, Squatch-tastic, Alyssa, Thomas, both Thomases, and then Adam. Alright, I'm going to put together the boxes of mystery. Now, just as a heads up, Adam, now I hope you get picked because 3 chances you should, but you can only get to pick 1 giveaway. So just as a reminder on that, you only get 1 chance at a giveaway here. Alright guys, got it all sorted out. These are going to be the 4 boxes of mystery. There are 3 hits, 1 whammy. 3 hits, 1 whammy. There'll be golden box, shark, golden egg, and butterfly. Top 3 unique names to get to pick a box of mystery. Alright, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, well, Adam, unfortunately, you didn't come up on top here. Alright, so it's going to be Squatch-tastic, Thomas Sweeney, and Alyssa. Alright, Squatch-tastic. I need to know your first name and the first 2 letters of your last name. And if you have a spot, or if not, that's fine. You don't need to have a spot. I just need to be able to mail it to you, so you'll have to give me your address. But Squatch-tastic, Thomas, and Alyssa getting to pick boxes of mystery here. Trace. Alright, thank you. And you are in tonight, so Trace, you'll get to pick a spot. Thomas, and you can pick any box. There's no order here. Thomas and Alyssa, it's first come, first serve on whoever picks. 2 hits, 1 whammy. All right, Squash-tastic. I have to go with Thomas. Thomas says it first on my end. I have Thomas Sweeney with the golden egg. So, Squash-tastic, you have to pick a different one, unfortunately. Alyssa's going to butterfly. So, Squash-tastic, you have the shark and you have the golden box as a choice. So, that's Trace. Butterfly is gone now, too. You have to pick gold or shark. Shark it is. Alright. Everybody passed up on the golden box. Let's find out what was in the golden box. This was a hobby pack with a guaranteed autograph from baseball. So, missed out on the hobby pack with the guaranteed auto. Alright. Well, Trace, you were the last one to pick, so let's see what you're getting out of the shark. Well, look at this, Trace. You have a chance at a Mahomes rookie. How about a 2017 Leaf Draft Football Pack? Yes, that's right. Chance at a Patrick Mahomes rookie out of here. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, Trace. Let's see if we can pull you a Mahomes. We are shooting for a Mahomes rookie. All right. Deontay Foreman, rookie. You have a KD Cannon. Chris Godwin, rookie. There you go. Great receiver with the Tampa Bay Bucks. Darius Stewart. And a D.D. Westbrook, former Jaguar. But a great pull there with Chris Godwin. All right, so those cards all come your way, Trace. Alright. Now we have Alyssa. Alyssa. You're welcome, Trace. Alyssa's getting the butterfly. The butterfly is coming your way. Alright, Alyssa, you are going to get a pack of Monopoly Prism. A Monopoly Prism pack, Alyssa. Sounds familiar. Alright, Monopoly Prism basketball for Alyssa. Last time in the Monopoly, we did really well. Let's see. How about a Dame time? Damian Lillard. KD, Kevin Durant. Darius Garland. And Scoot Henderson. Now teammates with Dame time. He's actually meant to be a kind of a role model and Stewart. Alright, but KD, one of the all-time greats right there. Where does he rank on the all-time great small forward list? All right, Mr. Sweeney. Uh-oh, Thomas. Thomas Sweeney, I have a feeling you are going to be snacking on some Cheez-It socks. Look at these bad boys. These Cheez-It socks will be looking cozy this winter. It's men's shoes. Oh yeah. Shaggy be enjoying these while he does a little extracurricular. That's what I know. That's what I know, Shaggy. Guys, well, congratulations to all the hits and the giveaways. Let me see something real quick on my end. Still quite a bit of perfect penmanships left, so just a heads up on that. If you're interested, still a good bit of perfect penmanship. Anybody that buys, how about this? Anybody that buys a perfect penmanship starting right now, so it's 11:53 p.m. starting right now, for everybody that buys a perfect penmanship spot, let's see. will give away, it's the last one I have, but how about this? Chance, it's the last one. Chance at a CJ Stroud. It's going to be a short print either way. It's a rookie. CJ Stroud short prints from the National in 2023. Chance of a 101 auto out of here, okay? Chance of a 101 auto. I will give this away. Everybody starting now that buys a perfect penmanship spot. So every perfect penmanship spot purchase gives you a chance at this card. Starting right now at 11:53. If you bought one 3 minutes ago, sorry, the deal wasn't there yet, but it is now. All right, so what is available on the site? Perfect penmanship spot. In the juice break, we just had the Red Sox and Royals remaining. Red Sox and Royals. And then we just have Dub Bears remaining in the authentic full-size helmet break. Alright, so that's all that remains right now. We will give away that CJ Stroud, though, just for helping fill the perfect penmanship. So every spot that comes in right now gives you a chance at that. Alright, guys. Let's do some baseball. No, let's do football. I like football in this one here. I gotta make sure I update this. Alright, so let me go in. There were 3 spots purchased since I last updated, so let me go and do those real quick. 4 actually. Jake, 2 different Jakes. And David. Alright, David, you have the White Sox, the Dolphins, and the Cowboys in this one. And the Orioles. Thank you, Mr. Jones. Jake T has the Mariners. And you've got yourself in one of those perfect penmanship towards that giveaway. And then Jake R. And Jake R, you also have the Brew Crew. Well, Jake, thank you, Jake. Jake T got himself a couple more chances at that card, and he's got the Bears. Alright, thank you guys. Alright, let me go in and refresh this screen that you guys see right there. Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and grab one mini helmet, and we're gonna be pairing it up with not one but 2 jerseys. Alright, so this is box 1 and this is box 5. This is also box number 1. Alright, for this, it looks better that way anyway. For this, I'm going to have everybody out there. You are going to give me not 1, not 2, not 3, but 5 NFL players. 5 NFL players. If you guess the player that comes out of the mini helmet or either jersey, you're going to have a chance here. You're not going to have a chance. You're guaranteed a box of mystery, and if we get more than 3 people, we'll do like the pack thing like we did earlier. Oh, Jake. Alright, guys. Let's figure out the mini helmet. We got boxes 1, 10, and 12 as possibilities here for the mini. Alright, so 1, 10, and 12. Those are the possibilities here for our mini. We'll do this 7 times. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box number 10 for the mini helmet. Let me grab box 10. Alright, box number 10 is coming on. There's box 10. There she goes, box number 1. Alright. Then this is box 1, box 5. Then I think I have 6 and 8. 1, 5, 6, and 8 are possibilities here. Two times, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, 8 is coming on and replacing box 5. Alright, so let me grab box 8. This here is box number 8. That is going to replace box 5. Alright, guys. Let's call on those guesses because we're going to be telling a story here with Jake with the Cardinals, Thomas D with the Falcons, Daniel with the Ravens, Case in the house with the Bills, Jake has the Panthers, Juan's got the Bears, Mike has the Bungles, Thomas with the Brownies, David's got the Cowboys, here comes Jeff with the Broncos, Joshua with the Lions, Mike has the Pack Attack, Steve with the Texans, Chris has the Colts, Justin, time for a hit with the Jags, Kendall's got the Chiefs, Juan gone with the Raiders, June's got the Chargers, Rick's got the Rams, David's got the Dolphins, Stacy's got it going on with the Vikes, Steve with the Pats, Jake has the Saints, William T with the Giants and the Jets, Steve has the Fly Eagle Fly, Joshua with the Steelers and the Niners, Steve has the Seahawks, Case with the Bucks, Chris has the Titans, and Josh sitting on the commode. Alright, no more guesses. Let's get right into it. Let me open up my brewski here. Alright. Let's go, let's go. Let's start with box 1. Alright, there's our seal. This is just a straight cut. No, like, yanking and all that good stuff on this one. Ooh. Look at this. Minnesota Viking. Lars? Oh, I must say Lars. Mr. Eller. Alright. Mr. Eller right there. All-time great purple people eater. Alright, Vikings, Eller. Well, I almost, oh geez, Carl Eller right there. Alright, so Carl Eller, Minnesota Viking. I wanted to say Lars. Alright, Carl Eller, JSA, Purple People Eaters right there. Congratulations. That's Stacy. Stacy's got a nice hit right there. Congrats, Stacy. How was Carl Eller in his 80s? Where did time go? Alright, guys. Box 8. Box 8. Let's get... Oh, let's get... I got an idea. By the way, we'll have an Immortal series hit on Friday, this coming Friday. Be on the lookout for the Immortal Helmet series. Alright, box 8 sealed up. This also one of those just straight cuts and go. Straight cut and go. Alright, box number 8. Whoa, this is a multiple singles. I've never seen this. Alright, super duper. Alright, we have the Marx Brothers. The Marx Brothers. Mark Clayton and Super Duper. Mark Duper. That's cool. Alright, Mark Clayton and Mark Super Duper. That's cool. That is cool. never seen that jersey before. All right, Dolphins. David, there you go. That's what we're talking about, David. So how about that? Jeff and David had just said, like, not long beforehand, oh, man, didn't get my hit. And then you guys both got hits with 2 players on it. That's pretty cool. That was like a double hit. Marks. So Jake needs to say, man, where's my hit? And then he's going to pull a double hit. Mark's brothers. That's really neat. Alright. And that was JSA for the duel on the signatures. Alright, guys. Box 10. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Big hit. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Oh. Box 10. Let's go. Let's go. Let's pull one of these headies. Let's get a headliner. Let's go. Well, we're getting a college helmet. We're getting a college helmet. Oh, yeah. Look at this. This is a nice rookie pull right here from the New England Patriots. How about this? Travion Henderson. That's a nice pull. I love these mini helmets from Ohio State. All right, that is a Patriots hit, and that's going out to Steve. There you go. There you go, Steve. Travion Henderson. We got teams right back to back. Miami, Minnesota, and New England. I think he's got a very bright future there. I wasn't positive on that, but the times I saw him play, like in college, I thought he was going to be, he needs to be the right fit. But man, he looked good. But man, the Scatterboo looked like he's a. Does he, man? Doesn't Dart and Scats look like they brought so much fresh energy to the New York Giants? Like, totally changed. Like, the Giants could lose every game the rest of this year. They could. They won't, but they could. But those 2 players just totally changed the feel of what it's like to be a Giants player, a Giants fan. Like, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy what Dart and Scats have done. He's a... I was telling some friends in a group chat last night, because I was at a bar in Philadelphia watching. They had the Flyers on a TV, and then half the TVs had the Phillies game, half the TVs had the Giants-Eagles game, and then half the TVs had the suicide prevention hotline, because, my God, was there a lot of depression going on last night in Philadelphia after all 3 of those teams losing. And I know that's a bad joke, but there was a lot of really weird conversations I heard at the bar last night. Like, things that were bizarre. Like, I've heard stuff, but that was bizarre last night. Steve, apparently it happened in 1985 in the history of professional sports, okay? This is what I heard. In the history of professional sports, the only city to ever have a team lose a playoff baseball game, a football game, and a hockey game on the same day was Philadelphia. And it happened in 1985, and it happened last night. Oh man, tough one. All right, did we have any correct guesses on this? Sorry, Henderson, Eller. I'm gonna guess no. Maybe Henderson. That's a tough one. All right, let's have some fun with this giveaway still. as long as you put a guess in, I'm going to do a 50-50 chance at either an auto. I'm going to tell you right now, it's 50-50 chance you're either going to pull an auto or you're going to pull a whammy. Alright, so 50-50 auto or whammy. And let's see. I don't know what that thing is. Pulled a whammy and I didn't even know what it was. Alright, so it's 50-50. Shark or gold? Shark or gold? One has a whammy and one has a guaranteed auto. Alright, as long as you put a guess in, you'll have a chance here at a 50-50 shot here. Take Jake's name out. 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Kendall! Alright, Kendall. 50-50 chance at something you're going to love or something else. I actually think the whammy's pretty cool. I like the whammy a lot. But, Kendall, golden egg or the shark? What up, John? Just chat with us. We'll help you figure out anything you got. I got the greatest group here in the world. Alright, is Kendall Bailey still in the house? Mr. Bailey. Going with the golden egg. Alright. Well, that means you passed up on the shark. And inside the shark was the whammy bee. Alright, inside of here was your very own world's smallest micro toy. World's smallest micro toy paired up with a comic book to match. Alright, so you missed out on the world's smallest comic book and micro toy, which means you're going to get a guaranteed hobby pack with an autograph from the 2025 draft class. Can we get you a Cam Ward auto? How about a Jackson Dart? Okay, Jackson Dart. Maybe Cam's. Alright, let's see what's coming out of here for you. Alright, Kendall. How about a little Moose Muhammad? Moose Muhammad parallel. Taj Brooks. We'll skip that. Well, we're not going to skip that. That is a Peak Performers Penny Boone. And I don't know if that's numbered. Nope, Penny Boone. We'll skip the auto because it's numbered. There's a Xavier Arestro. And a Colby Young. Here's your numbered auto, number 89 of 100. How about a little Robin Hemby? A little Robin Hemby right there. Hemby coming your way. From Maryland. Alright, Robin Hemby out of 100. Short print. Alright, Kendall, 2025 pack coming your way. Jake, oh, that was bad. And it knocked me out of the baseball, the Survivor League. They're in the 13th inning now? Damn! As they say, damn! Hey, everybody from Philadelphia was getting hired. Gruden. Alright, guys. Let me see something real quick here. Bijan! What up, Bijan? Bijan got it going on. Alright, Bijan, Alyssa. I'm gonna add you guys here. Alyssa, you grabbed the Royals. Kansas City Royals. And then Bijan. I've been Euclid. Alright, give me 1 second here. Alright. Real quick, spots that remain. We have, in the perfect penmanship, there are 5 spots remaining. 5 spots, 5 chances to get a chance at that one of one, possible one of one. It's going to be an encased rookie of C.J. Stroud. Could be a one of one from. It's going to be from the 2023 draft class. And then we have the Red Sox as the only spot available left in the juice break. And yes, there's a chance at a Ted Williams there. Teddy Williams. All right. Well, I think we should do some football and go in. Let's do baseball here. Let's do baseball. All right, let's go in. We just did football, so let's do baseball. All right. Everybody out there, you are going to give me 2 Major League Baseball teams. 2 Major League Baseball teams. We know for a fact it's going to be this helmet. This is helmet number 33. We don't know what jersey we're going to use. Let's see what our options are. We have every number through 9. We apparently used box 10 last week. Or on Monday, maybe. Alright. So, give me a baseball team. We're going to figure out what jersey we're going to use. This is the Black Box Edition. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 1 time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, box black jersey number 2. Number 2. Alright, so that is this guy right there, number 2. Mark him off on my cheat sheet on my boxes here. Alright. We have George with the Diamondbacks and the Braves. Angela's got the Baltimore Orioles. Here comes Daniel with the Bo Sox. Mark's got the Cubbies. David's got the White Sox. Jeff has his Reds. Stacy's got the Guardians of the Galaxy. Juan's got his Rocks. Adam's got his Tigers. I don't know if that's your Tigers, Adam. But you got the Tigers. Steve has the Astros. Case with the Royals. Justin looking for a hit out west with the Angels in the outfield. Jake's got his Dodgers. Steve with the Marlins. Jake's got the Brew Crew. Adam's got the Twins. George with the Mets. Mark's got the Yanks. Here comes June with the A's. Steve's got the Phillies. Jake, I should say Steve has his Phillies. Jake with the Pirates. George with the Padres. Zach's got his Giants. Steve with the M's. Mark's got the Cards. Steve with the Rays. Jones in for a hit with the Rangers. Mike's got his Jays. And Jake's sitting there nicely with the Nats. Alright, I'm going to call it right now. No more guesses. Alright, so someone has a question here. John. What break was John looking for? Yeah, everything, the whole break is recorded, so if you missed something, does someone know what specific break he was looking for? I'd be happy to help him. Alright, guys. We got baseball in the house here. Hot Dog Frank is still out there, so let's go. Hot Dog Frank. Alright, box 2. Black bag, jersey number 2. Oh, the Doc is in, and this is a Yankees version with Team he threw his no-hitter with. Doc, JK, Dwight Gooden. Doc Gooden right there. Alright, so Doc Gooden, Beckett on the authentication. Alright, so the Doc is in. Beckett again for our authentication. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you guys are right. All right, Yankees on the hit mark. Doc Gooden jersey. Okay, Beckett on the hit. All right, guys. Let's go. Hot dog free. Oh yeah, here we go, baby. Oh yeah. Nom, nom, nom. It's sealed up all the way around. That's one of my daughter's first good luck charms. That Spoonie, we gotta get Spoonie out there. Alright, sealed up across the top. There's the bottom, looking good. As it should. One cut. There's a second. We're gonna give this a pop up. There's our cert info. Oh, okay. You have a young player here. Very young player. Team is vying for a chance to go to the ALCS right now as we speak. How about this? From the Seattle Mariners. Seattle Mariners, we have 2023, 22nd overall, Colt Emerson. Colt Emerson, that's a great pull right there. Colt Emerson for the Seattle Mariners. Colt Emerson. All right, there we go. Full size. This is an MLB 2020 edition. MLB P 2020 edition helmet on a Colt Emerson for the M's. All right, Seattle Mariners. Steve, great pull right there. All right. One of the top prospects in baseball right there. Seattle Mariner, Colt Emerson. Speaking of going back and watching this, you can go ahead. I'll try to make it still for you if you want. But there's a write-up for Colt Emerson. Great prospect. Ah, Steve, that's awesome. Have you ever made any hats with that, Steve? So, if for those that are wondering, okay, I wasn't sure. I don't remember that, to be honest with you. All right, Steve. For those that have missed out, Steve makes a lot of custom hats, and that is his Instagram. If you want to check it out, give him a follow. It's really cool. He does a lot of custom fitted hats with several companies. The one I like the most is the one out of Houston. But you'll see that, and he's got a link on his Instagram right there, so feel free to check it out. It's really cool. I'm impressed. I truly am very, very impressed. Feel free, if you're not liking it and following Steve on Instagram already, give him a follow. And if you're following me and I don't follow back, give me a ring and I'll make sure I follow you back on Instagram as well. Anybody out there. Alright, Steve. Nice hit. Colt Emerson. Kendall grabbed a spot in the Perfect Pen Club. Alright, guys. Let's see. I'm lying. Alright, so Mariners and Yankees for the giveaway here. Alright, so Charlene has the Yankees. Trace has the Mariners. Jake had the Yanks. Candace, what up, Candace? Candace has been quiet. Candace with the Mariners. George going with the Yanks. Alright, I think that's everybody. I have Mike / Charlene, Trace, AK Squatch, Jake, Candace, and George. If I missed anybody, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Alright, 2 hits. 1 whammy. 2 hits, 1 whammy. Let's put a hobby pack in there. A couple hobby packs. Why not? Alright, 2 hits, 1 whammy. Alright, everybody that got it correct will have a chance here. One time, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. George! Alright, George, you are going to pick a box of mystery, my friend. Alright, we did this break. Alright, George, do you want the golden egg, the flowers, or the trash? Candace. Is that why he keeps setting ones as tokens? Candace. Going with the egg. Sorry, George. Too busy there reading. Alright, George. Passed up on... You missed out, George, on a heck of a whammy here. Whammy! How about this? How about some trees? How about this fuzzy little thing here? Let's get crazy with Bob Ross. Alright, so you missed out on a pair of Bob Ross socks. I'm not gonna lie, I would rock the hell out of those. Alright, George, you passed up on this one right here. How about a Topps Chrome 2021 Hobby Pack? Alright, so I missed out on that. George, you're going to get an autograph here. Don't know what's coming out of it. But it's a hobby pack with a guaranteed auto. Alright, George. Hobby pack guaranteed to have an autograph in it. Alright, Leaf National Showcase. There's a Bryce Carter, Braxton Davidson, Brad Bass, Austin Edens, Josh Morgan, Hunter Parkinson, Jake, I'm not going to read that name. Your auto is out of 50. Auto is out of 50. Dakota Robbins. Dakota Robbins is your auto. This is number 47 of 50 is your Dakota Robbins. Tim Susnara, Spencer Adams, and Sean Bouchard. Alright, George, those cards coming your way. Oh, Daniel. True love right there, right? Absolutely. I like how he's got the whole group actually on YouTube pretending to be him so that they can all enjoy it. Nah, I'm just kidding. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I appreciate you spending the time with us. Both of you, actually. All right. 4 spots remain in this. These 4 spots will get you a chance. Every purchase that comes in gives you a chance at that CJ Stroud rookie. So 4 more chances left. And then in the juice break, we have the Red Sox. And the Red Sox have big time potential with Ted Williams as one of the headliners. All right, so that's it. That's all that remains. Everything else is sold out of here. Oh, hey, I have a spot for sale. I didn't realize this. I forgot. It went unpaid. Unpaid. I have the Sandlot spot. It is $14. PayPal or Venmo. PayPal or Venmo, $14 gets you the Sandlot spot. It would be a jersey autographed by all the members of Sandlot. Anybody that wants it, first person in. Jake, it's yours. John, I don't know which box yours is. All right, Jake, do you know my PayPal or Venmo? I don't know. I trust you either way. Got a purr. All right, Jake, that is your spot. Alright guys, this is going to be the only break we do the entire evening without a giveaway. We're going to have some fun. We have box 1 on the table. We also have boxes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and do I have 7 or 8? 7. So apparently 8 is the one we already used. Alright, let me look it up. John, I'm going to look it up for John. John. This is the break that John is in. Alright, so. John, this is your break right here. Do you see Mike Ditka right down here? Mike Ditka. John B. This is you right here. This is the break that John is in. Alright, John, we are on your break right now. Power. Yep, this is the one that John is in. Alright, yeah, this is the one you're in. So if we pull a Ditka, you'll get it, John. If we pull a Mike Ditka, you'll be getting that bad boy. Do you have any questions, John? $14. Yep, 14. Jake, you overpaid by $1. I owe you $1. Alright, guys. There are 7 boxes here. 7. Oops. Nope. This is the nut button I want to push. 1 through 7. Normally 1 through 8, but we used box 8 already. And I'll talk more about how the process works on this one. 4 times, 5 times, and 6, 7 times. Box 5. Box 5 here. Let me refresh that so Jake's name shows. What the heck did I just... Oh god, what did I do? Hold on. Oh gosh, that was weird. Hit the wrong button and I really screwed up the look of everything, but I'm back. Alright. Oh, Jake, well, you'll consider it a better show if we get you a hit, right? Alright, box 5, 3, 4. This is box 5. Alright, here we go. Box 5. Box 1's out of there. Yeah, I got you. You're there. So if we pull a Ditka, it'll be coming your way there, John. This is a 3 jersey Raz break. So, the way this works, and John, if you have questions, one of these jerseys in this box is guaranteed to come from your list here that's on your left, alright? We may pull a Dan Marino. We may pull a Joe Montana. We may make John happy and pull a Mike Ditka. No matter what, one of them is guaranteed to come from the list. Sometimes we pull 2 names, sometimes we pull 3 names. Either way, there are 3 jerseys in this box. Alright? If your name is pulled out of here, you will get that jersey for a fraction of the price. If your name is not pulled out of here, there's still a chance. Because say we pull out of here a Dennis Rodman, Juan's going to be happy. But then say we pull out of here a, I don't know, Adam Vinatieri. Adam Vinatieri's not on our list. We would razz that off to the entire list. All 35 names would have a chance, including the Dennis Rodman. So each name, in theory, could win up to twice. Alright, guys. Box 5 is on the table. I'm going to read off the names that are in here with us. Rick. John, do you want me to... John, I mean, this is the break right now. So the show starts at 10 o'clock. So there's a break. It's a break night. John, if you want, I can refund you and cancel. Do you want me to cancel your spot right now? It's up to you. I'm just here trying to have a good show, and this is what the break room's like. If this isn't what you want to do, that's fine. Just let me know. I'll cancel it and refund it, you. Just let me know. I don't want to. Yeah, there's several breaks that I do throughout the whole evening. I just want to know if John doesn't want to be in it, or is tired of this, or isn't sure what he got. I just want to make sure. Either way, I'll read it off, and John, let me know if you want it or not. Rick's got Allen Iverson. Thomas has Brett Hall. Juan's got Charlie Sheen. Rick's got Chevy Chase. Vlad's got Dan the Man Marino. Juan's got Dennis Rodman. Troy's got Dick Butkus. Rick's got Ed O'Neill. David's got Emmett Smith. Jake has Fernando Tatis Jr. I hope that was correct. I don't know what John's question is. Jeremy Roenick has going out to Rick. Mike has Jim Kelly. David's got Joe Montana. Daniel's got John Kruk. We've got George with Johnny Smoltz. Jeff has Julius Dr. J. Irving. Jones in for a hit with Justin Jefferson. Jeff has Larry Bird. Guy has Lawrence Taylor. David's got Elijah McCoy. Jones in for a hit with Michael Penix Jr. There's John, Big John with the Mike Ditka. Jeff has Peter Rose. Jones with Ray Lewis. Jake has the Red Sox. Jake has Ricky 420. Troy's got Slam and Sammy Sosa. We've got Jake with the Sandlot cast. Jones with the Shaq Diesel. Jake has Sean Kemp. Shaggy's got Trey Young. Jake's got Troy Polamalu. And Roman's got Vincent LaRusso. Well, we get John cut up. Cheers to everybody. No whammies in this break. Boom. Johnny Crook. Cheers, mate. Same. What up, mate? No worries, mate. Alright, guys. Let me see. Nate, what up, Nate? I got your spot in here. Nate, I'm going to add you. Alright, well, while we get caught up, there are 4 spots remaining. There are 3 spots remaining in the Perfect Penmanship and the Boston Red Sox with Ted Williams as a possibility in the Juiced Bat Break. Everything else is sold out tonight. So if you want to buy a spot in the Perfect Penmanship, you have a chance. Every spot that came after 11:53 p.m. is getting a chance at this potential one-of-one auto of CJ Stroud. Either way, it's an encased rookie. Alright, guys. Now. Alright. You're live, John. John, can you hear me? I hope John hears me. Either way, let's go. Good luck, John. Alright, this is the box we're going to use, everybody. Game on, box 5. It is sealed up all the way around. Let's give it a cut, see what it got. 1 cut. There's 2. This is box 5. Box 5. Alright, our first jersey doesn't look like it's on our list because I frankly don't know. Alright. We have Cedric Maxwell. Alright, so this jersey will be razzed off 1981 Finals MVP for the Boston Celtics. Cedric Maxwell will be razzing that bad boy off. Alright, our next one, not from our list either. Alright, Mr. Anderson. And why can't I think of this kick returner's first name for the Giants? Oh, geez, Anderson. Otis Anderson. Alright, Otis Anderson. Yeah, you guys are right. That brain was farting on me there. Otis Anderson right there. And that is JSA authenticated on that one. Alright, so we're taking it back a couple decades. This next one is a hit, and we're taking this one back to the late 80s, early 90s. But famous for a TV show in the 2000s. How about a little Charlie Sheen? Charlie Sheen is our hit right here. Ricky Vaughn on a Charlie Sheen jersey right there. Charlie Sheen. And that's going up to Juan. Juan, congratulations. That is JSA on your authentication. Congratulations. Nice hit. Charlie Sheen winning. Was he really offensive rookie here? Why do I think of him as a special teams guy? I must be way off. All right. Mark this down as a hit for the Charlie Sheen 2-1. And then we got to figure out Otis Anderson and Cedric Maxwell. Major League's one of my all-time favorite. Ooh. All right. Well, Daniel, post that trade, and if you want, I can pass that along. One, I don't know if you're watching right now live or on the recording, but that's a pretty interesting offer, the Vlad Jr. RPA for that. All right, still have a chance here, John. Yep, that is correct. All right, we're gonna put all 35 names into random.org. The top name on the seventh try is gonna get the Cedric Maxwell. The second name will get the Otis Anderson. I knew he was a running back, but I thought he was a kick returner too. Kind of like I for some reason I thought he was kind of like oh geez, the running back turned politician, Cowboys to the Vikings to the Eagles. I can't think of his name right now. All right, top name gets Cedric Maxwell. Second name gets the Otis Anderson. 5 times. There's 6. One more makes it 7. Vincent LaRusso. Vincent LaRusso is going to get the Cedric Maxwell jersey, and Dr. J is going to get the Otis Anderson. Otis Anderson. All right, so Vincent LaRusso is Roman. Roman, there we go. Roman, this is a Boston Celtic. I think your sweetie is going to be happy with that one. All right, so she'll be happy. You got a Celtic there. Cedric Maxwell, Beckett authenticated. And then the other one is Dr. J. And Julius Irving is Jeff. Jeff H. You getting a little Mr. Hawks. You're going to get the Otis Anderson. And that is JSA authenticated on Mr. Anderson. Herschel Walker. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. All right. There's a Roman. I'm gonna get Cedric Maxwell. And Otis Anderson. All right. Well, congratulations, guys. Hey, Rowan, have a great night. Thanks for joining. And then, John, hopefully you enjoyed it. Sorry for the confusion it caused. Alright, guys. Let's do some football. Let me refresh this list here in a second. And John, stick around. We do giveaways all night, so lots of giveaways. Even though you didn't get a hit, stick around. I'm still going to mail you something too, by the way, John. Checking it out. Mail you a little welcome gift. Some koozie love in there as well for you. Alright guys, we are going to do a full-size authentic helmet paired up with a mini helmet. And if you guys like the full-size helmet ideas, we have the Immortal collection coming up on Friday of next week. So that stuff, if you have a specific team you're shooting for, will be available within a few minutes of the break ending tonight. Alright guys, for this, I want you guys to give me an NFL division. Alright, NFL division. And it's for the full-size helmet only, okay? Full-size helmet only on your NFL divisional guess. Everybody that guesses correctly get a chance at a box of mystery here. I have the box 24 on the table. I also have box 87 here as a possibility. Alright, so let's head over to the randomizer. 24, 87, set up. One time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, box 87. We're going to make a swap here. Alright, 87's coming on. Alright, so you can see 87. Swapping out 24. Alright guys. Larry's got the Cardinals. Rick's got the Falcons. Jones in for a hit with the Ravens. Case has the Bills. Larry's got the Panthers. Kendall's looking for the Bears. Rick has the Bungles. Mike has the Brownies. Jake with the Boys. Steve has the Broncos. Mike has the Lions. Rick has the Packers. Justin with the Texans. Jeff has the Colts. Justin has the Jags. Gilbert's got the Chiefs. Case with the Raiders. June's got the Chargers. Joshua with the Rams. Here comes Matthew with the Dolphins. We've got Stacy with the Vikes. Steve with the Pats. Justin with the Saints. Jeff has the Giants. Giants. Rick's got the Jets. Daniel with the Fly Eagle Fly. Charlene with my Steelers. Joshua with the Niners. Steve has the Seahawks. Juan's got the Bucks. Mike has the Titans. And Dave's sitting on the commode. Alright. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. Life is like a box of helmets. You never know what you're going to get. Alright, here we go. Sealed up. There's the front. There's the back. What inning are we in? Are we still playing baseball? I don't have a TV on in here, so I'm not able to follow that. Alright, let's give this a cut through. Front. There's a side. There's another side. Pop it up. Alright guys, good luck everybody. Remember, the guess is for the full size only, not the mini. Just for that. Alright, well we have a guy that had a big night last night. They lost, but he had a big night last night. We have a tight end from the Philadelphia Fly Eagle Fly. How about a little Dallas Goedert? Dallas Goedert coming out of here. Hey, John, thank you. Alright, nice hit right there. And that is going out to Daniel. Dallas Goedert. Alright, so that is going to be an NFC East. This is Fanatics authenticated. Fanatics authenticated on the helmet. Now let's see our miniature helmet. Our mini helmet. Oh, look at that. Hall of Famer, the Secretary of Defense, the Samurai himself, Mike Singletary. Beckett authenticated. Mike Singletary. That's a Bears hit. All right, Kendall. Kendall, there you go. Mike Singletary's coming your way, Kendall. And that is Beckett on your authentication. He really is. Which says a lot. You know, having Selleck and then Goddard back to back. What an underrated, almost basically a 20-year time span of really, really above average tight end play. Really is. How many teams can say they had, I would say in the top 10, yeah, I'd say top 10 tight ends for 20 years. The Eagles really are in that category. No, not many teams can say that. Congrats, guys. Both Kendall and Daniel. That's a good call. That's who I meant to say was Ertz and Selleck. I meant to say Ertz. Ertz was the name I was thinking of, but Selleck was right before that. So yeah, it's been 20 years. That's who I was thinking of. Ertz and Selleck kind of run similar in my brain path, I think. But Ertz is still doing it. He was doing really, really well with Arizona a couple years ago, but it made sense for them. They weren't going anywhere, and they had an incredibly talented young tight end, underneath them. But between Selleck, Ertz, and Goddard, really good combo. All right, NFC East guesses. Yeah, he's in Washington. He's doing well in Washington, aside from this last game. Can I double check the Bears? I will double check the Bears. It could be you, Jake. Let's find out if I messed up. Would not be the first time. Definitely wouldn't be the last time. Alright, let me see here, Jake. Oh yeah, it's you, Jake. I don't know why I had that wrong. You just recently bought that. It's you, Jake. Alright, so Jake gets that hit. And Kendall, you'll get a little something in the mail here. Yeah, it's you, Jake. Thank you for clarifying. Sorry about that. Alright. Let's give a score 2022 2-pack to Kendall. That's my mistake. So let's give that and let's open it up here. Kendall, you out there? Sorry about that. You're still out there. Oh, Cowboys. Maybe I had those backwards. Let me see that. Who had the Cowboys? I probably messed that up. Which is never fun. That was Kendall. So that's where it was. It was Kendall. Kendall has the Cowboys. I just swapped the spots. Alright. Sorry about that. Well, Kendall, here, you're going to get a pack of Score 2022. The hit went to Jake. Kendall, I'm going to still give you a little something. Let's see if we can pull you a little heat out of here. It's a Score 2022 pack for Kendall. There's a Dallas Cowboy in the back here. Granted, I don't know if Micah Parsons is the kind of Cowboy you're looking to celebrate today. But Chase Edmonds right there. Kirk Cousins. Trent Williams. A Fred Taylor. Patrick Surtain. There's a Tua. Take a little Kenny G. The guy had some good sacks. Jordan Davis, rookie. David Ajabo, rookie. How about an Isaiah Likely rookie? Joe Montana, first ballot, and a Micah Parsons. All right. Well, I'll send those your way, Kendall. Sorry about that for the confusion, but I still wanted to send something your way, given the hopes up type of deal. They will not play tomorrow. Those teams that are playing in the Game 5 do not play tomorrow. But it's win or go home. Yeah, Kendall. Awesome. I really hope you've enjoyed it. Alright, I gotta figure out who got the giveaway here. Sorry. Alright, so that was NFC East. NFC East. Jeff, Mr. Hawks, you had the correct guess. NFC East. Nate had the correct guess. Mr. Jarrett. Candace had the correct guess. Thomas, you had the correct guess. Mr. Sweeney. George had the correct guess. Alright. I think that's everybody. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. Jeff, Nate, Candace, Thomas, and George. Alright, 7 times. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, Candace. You are going to get a box of mystery. Alright, Candace, a box of mystery coming your way. 2 hits, 1 whammy. Alright, Candace. 2 hits, 1 whammy. We've got trash. Gold and butterfly. There is no egg. Alright, butterfly it is. Alright, that means you passed up on the whammy. The whammy, we stuffed it in there. Had some Swedish fish socks. Mmm. Now that's some sweet tasting fish. Alright, Swedish fish socks not coming your way. Passed up on the gold. Gold had not one but 2 packs of cards. How about some Donruss 2025 Gravity and Contenders 2021? Alright, Candace. You are going to be taking down some Contenders 2024 cards. How about that? A little Contenders 2024 pack. Alright, let's see what's coming out of this one. Oh, you'll like that. You'll like the card on the back. DJ Moore. There's a little Puka. Nakua. Bobby Wagner. Anthony Richardson. There's a Pat Fryermuth. Ramondre Stevenson. Oh, I almost fumbled it. Derrick Henry. And check out this round 1 rookie ticket. I think you'll like that one. Quinion Mitchell and Byron Murphy. Quinion Mitchell right there. Rookie ticket. Alright, Candace, those cards coming your way. Alright, let me get caught up here. Alyssa, Daniel, Jeff. Jeff has a spot. And Daniel has a spot. And the Red Sox, thank you, Daniel. And then Alyssa has a spot. Alright. I actually had a Bob Ross Chia Pet somewhere. I might have donated it to Goodwill because we never used it. How crazy is that? I think I donated a Bob Ross Chia Pet to Goodwill. I think we bought it for my daughter when she was like a newborn or like 3 years old, and she never ended up using it. True story. Alright, guys. We're going to give away this guy right here. Alright. We need to give away that one right there. It is a encased rookie of CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud. Alright. Several names were put in there based on the timing I said. The top name here is going to get the CJ Stroud encased rookie, guys, on the 7th time. Thank you so much for buying a spot in this break. We'll do that break next. This is the perfect penmanship break. There's 5 times. There's 6. One more makes it 7. Top name on the 7th time. Let's go. This is going to be Bijan. Look at this. Bijan, new to breaking with us. We have Bijan. Bijan, you are getting this encased black label CJ Stroud rookie card. All right, Bijan. Congratulations. All right, Bijan, you are going to get this encased rookie. Let's see what's coming out of here. Let's see if we can pull him an auto. How cool would it be if we could pull Bijan in his first break, an autograph rookie. All right, here we go. It's an encased rookie, no matter what, of C.J. Stroud. It's the last one they have. It's from the 2023 National. It is not an auto, but it is out of 7. It's a short print of 7. C.J. Stroud, rookie out of 7. Look at that. Number 6 of 7. That is so cool. That's a nice looking card right there. All right. And then it is number 6 of 7 right there. All right, Bijan, that card's coming your way. I don't know if Bijan's in the chat, but Bijan definitely bought a spot for that. Yeah, we're going super north, but at least we have some. We're weather protected with those teams. Apparently, the Pirates played in the World Series, but it wasn't in my lifetime. All right, guys. Perfect pen time. Alright, so we got to figure out which one of these. Everybody, for this, you're going to give me one letter from the alphabet. And I think we know. Yep, we're using photo 8, so it's photo number 8. That's one we're going to use. And for the jersey, we have to put that box back out there. Box is going back out there. There are 9 jerseys in here. We'll figure that out right now. There are 9 jerseys. 1 will be in the top, 9 will be in the bottom. Give me one letter from the alphabet. The only reason why I didn't mind Detroit is I really like their pitcher tonight. Don't you hate when you have Trace Skubal? I mean, best pitcher in the game, and I'm a big fan of Paul Skeens, but I think Skubal today is the best pitcher in the game. So, all right, number 9. That's the one on the very, very bottom. And if you don't see your name, don't worry. Don't worry. We gotta go all the way to the bottom for this. This is the jersey we're gonna use. This guy right there. Now we gotta figure out. There's some funsies here. The perfect pen. There are. I'm gonna give this a cut. I'm gonna go in. See which one we're going to use. So all 5 are in here. This is going to be box 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 on the top, 5 on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, number 1, the one on the very top. It'll be this guy. Alright, now we're going to figure out, if you don't see your name, don't worry. We're going to figure out the order right now. Yeah, I'm just not rooting for the Dodgers either. I feel ya. I'm in the same boat on that. I really am. Too big of a market for me as a Pirate fan. But here's the thing about the Dodgers. When you mix money and really smart people in management, that's what happens, and that's what the Dodgers are. I mean, for years it was the Yankees just overspending, throwing money, and not having the greatest baseball personnel. That was more of a 90s thing. But then when you get smart personnel like this Dodgers organization, ooh, that's dangerous. Money and smart people, watch out. Alright, guys. If this was the 7th time, Jake would have the letter A, Alyssa would have the letter Z, but we're going to mix this up and do it 7 times. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there's 7 times. Alright, Daniel, you're going to have the letter A, and Jake is going to have the letter Z. Alright. This is our perfect pen. I'm going to go ahead, put these in, and I'm going to hit refresh. Alright, that's a look at the list right there. Oh, wow, that's awesome. That's awesome, Daniel. Alright, guys. Daniel's got the letter A, Jake the letter B, Jeff the letter C, Bijan's got the letter D, Mark has E, Jake has F and G, Mike has H, Rick has I, Jake has J, Daniel K, Jake has L, Mark M, Bijan's got N, Alyssa's got O and P, Nate's got Q, Alyssa's got R, Thomas has S, Bijan's got T, Jake has R, Jake R has U, Jake T has V, Kendall has W, Jake has X, Rick has Y, and Jake has Z. Alright guys, good luck everybody. Let's see if we can pull something big. Let's use a pirate parrot. Speaking of the best team in baseball. Alright, seal it up across. Pirate parrot, wait, hold on. I'm thinking baseball, we're talking baseball, but this is football. I can't do that. Game on. Alright, we have, how about this? The letter D. Tony Dungy. Tony Dungy coming out of there. Hall of Fame head coach. That's going out to Bijan. Alright, Bijan, there you go. Bijan's getting it going on for him. Bijan's got Tony Dungy coming his way. And that is Steiner authentication. Nice. And Fanatics. And Fanatics. Steiner and Fanatics authenticated. Alright, jersey. Jersey right there, sealed up. I see a 4-4. Is this Scabba? Alright, former Giant right there with the number 44. And that's Scatty there. We have Ahmad Bradshaw. Ahmad Bradshaw. Alright, so the letter B. Jake Bradshaw. Alright, so Ahmad Bradshaw coming your way, Jake. Former Giants running back. Let's look at Sig and Beckett on your authentication. Alright, guys, here we go. Let's whopper this guy. Right here. Perfect pen. The headliner. One of these guys right there. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I want a big one. Right. Here we go. Double auto here. There are 2 autos on here. We have scoring touchdown leaders from 1982. Marcus Allen and Wendell Tyler on a Beckett 10 autograph there. All right, we have Wendell Tyler and Marcus Allen. So it's T and A. So I'm going to cut it in half and send it to both you guys. All right, so T and A. So Tyler and Allen. All right, guys. I have to go into random.org. Daniel and Bijan. You guys are going to be battling it out. 50-50 chance here. All right. I'm going to put this in the scoring leaders. Wendell Tyler and Marcus Allen. All right. Seventh time. The name that this lands on the 7th time is going to get this autograph, dual autograph card. Let's go. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Marcus Allen. All right, Marcus Allen gets the auto. I feel like that's what it deserved to be, but it's all, you have to play this fairly. All right, so Marcus Allen. All right, Daniel, very nice pull right there. Double auto. Beckett 10 on it as well, and it's Marcus Allen, rookie as well. Bijan still got the Tony Dungy. All right, so this is a Marcus Allen. Wow. All right, guys, congrats. Wait, is Bijan the same person as Thomas? Is that what's throwing me off? Is Thomas is Bijan as well? Is that you, Thomas? She is my daughter. Okay. Very cool. Is your daughter watching? Welcome. Tell your daughter welcome to the show. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Alright, guys. We have 2 breaks remaining tonight. We have the baseball juice break, and then we have the blitz break. Alright, guys. Yeah, congrats, Daniel. That was sweet. Alright, Thomas. Very cool. Alright, for the blitz break, or for the, the juice break, I'm going to have everybody out there. All you have to do is put in the chat, juiced or not juiced. Juiced or not juiced. For the definition of the giveaway, juiced will mean the player did not play professional baseball. So, for example, Muhammad Ali would be a juiced. But Joe DiMaggio, even though it's juiced by the definition of the product, would be not juiced. Alright, for the baseballs. We have 1 and 5 on the table. 7 and 8 are behind me. Giveaway, Dave. Did I forget to do a giveaway? Oh, yeah. Well, you guys can still guess juiced or not juiced. Giveaway, though, we have A, B, D. Abd. So bad. Bad for the giveaway. Alright, Mr. Hawks guessed correctly. Alyssa guessed correctly. Shauna guessed correctly. Candace guessed correctly. I think it's everybody. Jeff, Alyssa, Shauna, and Candace. Oh, hey. I'm going to guess that that's Bijan. I don't know. Hell of a game indeed. I love the name Bijan. That is an awesome name. Thomas for the dub on that one. And hopefully you guys are enjoying the break. Alright, what did I need to do? Figure out who's going to get the giveaway. Yeah, welcome and congratulations is right. Alright. 7 times. Top name, get in a box of mystery. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, Jake and Shauna. Get in the box of mystery. Alright. Alright, Jake and Shauna. Gold. Gold or flowers. Gold, gold, or flowers. Which one will it be? Hey, you're welcome, Shauna. Flowers, you got it. Alright. Missed out on the golden egg. The golden egg had the pair of fluffy Bob Ross socks. Ooh, look at those. Them socks look crazy. And there are not trees on that one. Alright, you passed up on the golden box. The golden box had a jumbo pack of Contenders football from 2021. Alright, Jake and Shauna. You guys are getting not 1, but 2 packs of football cards. And how about some absolute football and some Bowman U football from Alabama. Alright, so Bama, U, and so chance at Kaboom for absolute and a chance at an auto from Bowman U. Let's go by year. This is 2023 for Bowman U. Alright. No auto, but there's a short print in here out of 99. Alright. Season highlights. Justin Haynes and Jace McClellan. Bryson Hubbard. Here's a short print. 73 of 99. Chase Allen right there. Nice card. Nice, really nice looking card. And then the Latham brothers. Alright, some really good linemen right there. The Latham brothers. Alright, Jake. Let's see if we can pull you something out of this. This is the absolute pack. You have an AJ Barner rookie. A Kayvon Thibodeau. And a Josh Jacobs. Alright, those are coming out of your absolute pack. Your countdown pack. That'll do it. That'll do. That'll do. Alright. You guys have guessed juiced or not juiced. We need to figure out baseballs here. 1 and 5 are on the table. Maybe. I pushed the button. 1 and 5. Then we have 7 and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, so 5 is going to remain, but 8 is going to replace box 1. Alright, 8's coming on. So there's 8. There's 1. 5 will stay out there. 1 is out there for the bat already. I don't remember what the other number is, so give me a second. This is box 2? Yes, box 2. 1 and 2 are possibilities here for our bat. One, 2, 3, 4. 1 is our placeholder. 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, bat 2. Alright. No. Bat 2. Bat 2. Bat 2. Not tonight for bat 1. Alright. Remember, we have the blitz break after this, so there's one more break after this. Alright, guys. Last call on those guesses. Juiced or not juiced? Alright, we have Jake with the Diamondbacks. George has the Braves. David's got the O's. Daniel with the Red Sox. Mike's got the Cubbies. Jones in for a hit with the White Sox. Jeff has the Reds. Thomas has the Guards. One's got the Rockies. Let me put a little note out there. Let's see. Case has the Tigers. Adam's got the Astros. Alyssa's got the Royals. Jake has the Angels. Mike has the Dodgers. Jake has the Marlins. Adam's got the Brewers and Twins. Angela's got the Mets. Case has the Yanks. June has the A's. Steve has the Phillies. Mike has the Pirates. Thomas has the Friars. Zachary's got his Giants. Jake with the M's. Case has the Cards. Jeff with the Rays. Jake has the Rangers. Mike has the Jays. And Justin, time for a hit with the Nats. No more guesses. Good luck, guys. Good luck. She wanted socks. Alright, guys. We have 5 and 8. 5 and 8 in this one. Get a note off. Now we'll get the Pirate Parrot out there. Pirate Parrot. Box 5. Sealed up. All the way around. Let's cut into that area. Box 5. Oh, we've seen this name tonight. It's a monster of a name, though. Ooh, on an All-Star Baseball? How cool is this? How cool is this? We have a Rawlings 2021 All-Star Game authenticated Major League Baseball from the Atlanta Braves. George, this is a great pull. Ronald Acuna Jr. What a pull right there. Ronald Acuna Jr. JSA on the authentication. Right there. And it's got an authentication from Ronald Acuna Jr. as well. So 2 authentications on that. Alright, very nice hit. Love the All-Star. I love the specialty baseballs. Alright. Let's go box 5. Box 8. That was box 5. Box 8 right here. See if we can get it. I think we're due a big juice name. I'm predicting a monster juice name on this one. That's my prediction. It's a juice name. It is a juice name. It's a Hall of Famer. We are juicing it, guys. We have a black autographed baseball. Beckett authenticated. Guys, I don't know what the question was, but I found the answer. Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson right there on the hit. And that is going to be razzed off to all 30 teams. We're going to have a chance at this Iverson baseball after we figure out what the bat, who gets the bat. All right, so Iverson coming out of here. All right. This is bat number 2. Bat number 2. This is the side they want us to open it from. So this is the knob, but not the side they've built this product to be open from. So let's get into it. Box 2. Box 2. All right. Give it a cut here. And there. And right here. All right. Here we go. Box number 2. There's the auto. We've seen this auto, but I definitely don't have it memorized, that's for sure. Alright, that is the auto. JSA on the authentication. Alright, let's look this up. Alright, so we have WA 994585. Oh, that's a monster hit! Holy cow! Wow, wow. David Ortiz. This was a spot that was available until the very end of the night, and it's monster. That is the last second big monster mojo hit right there. Daniel, what an insane hit, guys. Red Sox were available until the very end of the night. David Ortiz coming up huge. What a hit. What a hit. Wow. Uh-oh. Did it freeze? That's a monster. That went to Daniel, actually, Jones. That went to Daniel. Yeah. Now I hear you, Jones. I'm exhausted. I'm running on about 3.5 hours of sleep. And then I'm going to get up early to start filling orders tomorrow, so I will be a tired puppy tomorrow night. Alright, guys, let's see who's getting the Iverson. Alvin Iverson. Alright, we have the Blitz break after this as well. All right, 7 times. Top name on the 7th time. Getting a box of mystery. 1, 2. No, well, top name on the 7th time here is getting not a box of mystery. He's getting an Allen Iverson autograph. That's the way this one works. Whew. 5 times. Here's 6 and 7 times. Los Angeles Dodgers. All right, the Dodgers in this break are Mike. All right, Mike. Congratulations, Mike. This will go up to Canada. Mike, you're going to get an I said Alvin earlier. Allen Iverson autograph baseball. Very cool. All right. Congrats, Mike. That's a great break. Absolutely. Some heat on that. That was some heat. That is 2 Hall of Famers and Ronald Acuna Jr. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good break. All right, if you guessed juiced, we have one more break after this, so don't go anywhere. If you guessed juiced, not juiced, not juiced. All right. Top name 7th time, getting a box of mystery, and we're gonna go straight fire. It's gonna either be a whammy or an auto. Whammy or auto. We'll do this 50-50. All right, Jones. It's gonna be either whammy or auto for you here, Jones. All right, Jones. Congrats. Whammy or auto. And I'm not gonna make it uninteresting or anything like that. It's gonna be either whammy or auto for you, Jones. Oh, hold on, I thought I had the auto. There it is. Alright, go ahead, Jones. Which one would you like? Gold or silver? Gold or silver? Going with the gold. Alright, that means you passed up on the silver. The silver, unfortunately, had the hobby pack with the guaranteed auto. Alright, so you missed out on that. Jones, this has been a hot commodity apparently. You're getting the whammy. But how about your very own fluffy pair of Bob Ross socks? Alright, these bad boys coming your way, Jones. Alright, one more break, friends. That's awesome, Jones. Jones, can you send me a picture? If you don't mind, I would love to see a picture of that. I would absolutely love to see that. Was it a tandem thing with your daughter, or... that just sounds absolutely amazing. All right. That's awesome. That's really cool. All right, guys. It is time for this break. All you have to do, give me one NFL team. One NFL team. If you guess correctly, the team that comes out of the box that we end up using, one team. That's all you have to do. Your name will go into random.org for a chance at a box of mystery. Alright, and there are 2 boxes in here. Pretty simple. There's the one that's on the front, this guy, or there's the one that's behind it. Alright. So that's going to be front or back. Front, back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, the one in the back. Alright, guys. The one in the back. And don't worry about the names and where their team. That's not the team you're assigned. That's just randomly holding a spot. Alright, save this one. That one will be in next Friday's break. As a reminder, I do have items for next Friday's break. Will be on the site within a few, probably no more than 5 minutes of the break ending tonight. And I do have the Immortal, so those that are looking for the Immortal full size, those will be on the site tonight. Alright, so this was the one that was in the back. Alright, all 32 names are there. Don't worry if you don't see yours. No, it's there. Jeff H. had the, if this was a 7th, Jeff H. had the Cardinals. Charlene would have had the Commanders. Let's take things over, go into the randomizer. We'll do it 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Jeff H. has the Cardinals. Thomas now has the Commanders. Alright, so I'm going to copy this, and don't worry, I will hit it into this, and then we'll hit refresh momentarily. If anybody wants to make a trade, let me know. Let each other know, I guess. That's really cool, Jones and Steve. Alright, Jeff has the Cardinals. Jeff H has the Cardinals. Jeff S has the Falcons. Jake has the Ravens. Rick has the Buffalo Bills. Jeff S with the Panthers. Chris has the Bears. Jeff S with the Bungles and the Brownies. Charlene's got the Boys. Juan's got the Broncos. Charlene's got the Lions. Rick's got the Packers. Mark has the Texans. Daniel with the Colts. Thomas has the Jags. Steve with the Chiefs. Chris with the Raiders. Justin with the Chargers. Mike's got the Rams. Dan's got the Dolphins. Jake with the Vikes. Dan with the Pats. Jake has the Saints. And John's got the Giants. Mark's got the Jets. Rick's got the Fly Eagle Fly. Jake's got the Steelers. Mike has the Niners. Jake with the Seahawks. Mike has the Bucks. Jake has the Titans. And Thomas ending this one on the commode. Alright, guys. I'm going to say no more guesses. Any trades? No trades. Give it in a second. Seahawks are up for a trade. I know, Jeff, it's late. I hear you. Trust me, I hear you. Alright. No trades. No trades. Let's go, let's go, let's go. You know what? Let's do this. Mental health is very important. And if you're struggling, reach out to somebody, but also remember, someone thinks you're awesome. It's I guarantee there's someone in your life that knows and thinks you are awesome. So just remember that. We all battle it. You're never alone. We all have our own. I won't even call them demons because they're not really demons. They're just our personal struggles. So know that you're never alone. We're always there. And Jake, you were awesome. So thank you. Alright guys, good luck. We're going to open this bad boy up. It came straight from the case. That'll pop out there. And good luck everybody. A lot of paper, a lot of paper. Alright, well, first things first. How about a miniature helmet? We have a fridge in here. How about a William Perry for the Bears? Chris, the fridge is coming your way. That's Beckett authenticated on a William Perry mini helmet. Alright, Chris, that is Beckett again, authentication. Alright, the next item. How about this? How about this? Running back, Kyren Williams. Kyren Williams, and that is a Rams hit. A Rams hit. Mike, congratulations, Mike. That too, Beckett on the authentication on a Kyren Williams hit. Alright, our next one. I think it's a wide receiver, but I'm not sure. But we have a pylon. I think this might be Corey Davis, but I'm not 100% sure. So we're going to look this up. But it is a pylon. So we're going to see who's getting this guy. Alright. W. Can't tell if that's a 1. I think it's a 4. Alright. 38486. It is Corey Davis. Alright, so I assume he's a Titans hit. Let's double check though. Alright. Yep, Tennessee Titans it is. Alright, Titans on the board here. Tennessee Titans. And that's going out to Jake. Jake, there you go. Corey Davis on the pylon. Touchdown, Jake. Congrats, Jake. Corey Davis. Former first round draft pick. Alright, it's photo time. Let's go. Alright, let's end the night. Maybe. There we go. With this guy. Alright, everybody. Well, why not? Get some pizza on that. Oh, pizza sounds good. Then again, it's like almost 2 o'clock in the morning. Give it a pop up, go across the board. Alright guys, everybody good luck. From the Cincinnati Bengals. How about a little Chad Ochocinco? Chad Johnson coming out of there. Alright, Chad Johnson for the Bengals. And that is Jeff. There you go, Jeff. That'll be coming up your way. Congratulations, Jeff. Chad Johnson. That's a neat photo. I like the photo a lot. Going up over the top for a first down. And the pylon in there. Alright. Maybe that's a trade. Maybe maybe Jeff and Jay could make a trade. Ocho Cinco for the pylon. I don't know. Food for thought. I like that picture a lot. All right, we have the Bears, Bengals, Rams, and Titans. Bears, Bengals, Rams, and Titans for the giveaway. Bears, Bengals, Rams, and Titans. Alyssa has the Bears. Jake had the Titans. And those are the only two correct guesses that I see. Alright. For the box of mystery, Alyssa and Jake, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, Alyssa, you are going to get a box of mystery. Alright, box of mystery. We did, what break did we just do? We just did this break right down here. Hey, have a good night, Steve. Alright. Box of mystery. Let's go. 2 hits, 1 whammy. Alright, Alyssa, let's see what we got for you here. Find a lid for this. There we go. Alright, Alyssa. Silver, gold, or police? Which one would you like? Silver, gold, or police, sir, Alyssa? Silver it is. Passed up on gold. Gold had a Prism Draft Picks 2019 pack. It's a nice pack right there. You took police. No, you took silver. Police had, how about a Chronicles Jumbo pack? Chronicles Jumbo pack. Alright, Alyssa. Looks like you got whammy. It's been a sock kind of night. Put me in, coach. How about Ace Ventura? I'm ready to go in, coach. Put me in. Yeah, man. Alright, your Ace Ventura socks coming your way, Alyssa. Hey, I try to have fun. Take care, guys. I'm running on fumes myself, so have a great weekend. I will see you guys next Friday. Next Friday, guys. Take care. So appreciative. Hey, Thomas. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Jeff and Jake, if you guys are making a trade or anything, let me know. Take care, guys, and I'll see you next week. By the time we do our break next Friday, I will be so happy because I have a very stressful week. Very, very stressful work week. Just a lot of responsibilities. So, I am looking forward to it.